That's great introduction and welcome, guys. You know, I forgot to put us on live, but we just got on live, so my bad. Everything you said, your guy wasn't able to forward anything, so we're going to say it again. But, let me also quickly welcome our other director. Should I give you director of communication now, Mr. Paul?
Well, Mr. Amuzu, thank you for joining. And as I said earlier on, I'm going to drop off very quickly because,
1 hour.
as you can see, already people have started coming around. But I'm committed to this program. I don't want my brother Effah to be making a lot of noise on the platform that I ran away from him. So I decided to come to face it squarely. So I will try as much as possible to make it for the first hour, and then I'll drop off. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining the show. I know we've done one round of introduction already, and we were in live. So what I'm going to do is kind of start over. I am joined specially by a lady today, which is first on this show. We are going to be joined by Cutie Queen. Cutie hosts a show with me, Makan, which is on Trend Africa. We do it every Sunday. I think we have a show tomorrow, Cutie Queen. Yeah. And she's debating me vigorously. So I, promised that I was going to bring it to the show. So she's going to help moderate. At the same time, she's going to participate and engage in the conversation. So, Cutie, do you want to say something quickly about yourself too? And then I'll go to if I say something and then we jump into the show.
Oh, I'm just here. Like you said, I host a show called Makan, trending issues. What goes on in Ghana, about celebrities and, across the world. I'm also the CEO for Looks by Cutie. It's going to hit your screens very soon, so just watch out. And, let's keep the energy burning. And I'm here to debate my men, so.
Thanks for joining the show. We appreciate you coming, and I know people are going to enjoy you. I guarantee it. I am happy that you join us. Effah, you had introduced yourself at the time that we were still on live. So if you can still, and Effah, I really appreciate you actually going week in, week out, joining the show, sharing your view, raising the flag of the MPP high on the Ghana agenda, and say a few words for starters, and then let's jump into the discussion.
Oh yeah, hey, thank you very much, Miss Cutie. You are welcome onto the show. We want to have you not just one time, but you visit us as much as you can.
Sure.
Anything that I'm involved in, I want it to be great. Trend Africa have given me a lot of ideas. I believe in our ability that there is nothing that we put our heads to that we cannot do. We are to add our contribution towards making sure that development goes on Ghana is as we want, and that our political leaders are doing as is expected of them, nothing short of that. We may have different ideas as to how we look at issues, but the agenda is the same. If Ghana goes well, it goes well for all of us. I want to say I am always very happy to come and whatever I'm doing, I can spare this moment and make sure that Ghana agenda becomes great and becomes one of the best out there. There is somebody special listening to us today. The name is Billy, African American, a friend of mine. He just want to listen, whether he's going to understand it, whether we speak Tree, whatever. He said it doesn't matter, he's listening. So Billy, bring in your contribution. We are all one, and we are in America, at the same time, it's a global world, and we're reaching out to everybody. Bring your contribution towards the development of Ghana. Share your views, share your ideas, and also make sure that if you're on Facebook, YouTube, share. Ask your friends, ask everybody to watch this. You're going to get something out here. You're going to give us information out here that is going to help in shaping Ghana's development and all that kind of stuff. Thank you very much, and we hope to have a great discussion. Thanks.
All right, thank you. Thanks for the great introductions. Like you said, Ghana agenda is going to go from strength to strength, and we are joined by Cutie. We appreciate that. So today I have three things table for discussion. The first one is the state of security in Ghana. Then we'll jump into the spate of judgment that's in the country. We just, where we were just slapped with $170 million for our power generation agreement we went into with GPGC. Right after that, there's a WAGL one that came, and there's another one. So there's so many of these things in succession, but we've had 20 years. You and I, Effah, and of course Paul, have read through 20 years history of judgment debts. How can we stop this as a country? We want to pay the first ladies. The monies we spend in judgment debts would pay all women in Ghana combined. If we just put together all the judgment debts we've paid in the last 20 years. So how can we do those things? How can we, avoid these judgments that going forward? We'll go into that. And then President Nana Akufo-Addo says he's building Ghana. He's bringing companies to Ghana. He's providing employment. We'll see that. And we'll talk about that as well. And of course, we know Pokwasi has been open. The Pokwasi project, of course, is a project that, of course, Effah is going to come and seriously address how we get the fund. I said Effah, Paul will tell about how we get the fund, who should actually be getting credit for this project. And then we'll listen to Nana Akufo-Addo as he opens this bridge, some of the things he said, and we'll talk about all that. So Effah, Paul, if you guys are ready, what I want to do is I want to play this video so it will kick us into the insecurity conversation. What you're going to see, and to all the viewers, what you're going to see is the shootings that happened in Ejura. Of course, we know in Ejura we lost Ibrahim, who was going around, Ibrahim Mohammed in this case, who was going around taking videos, making and showing things that were supposed to be done, or contracts that were awarded, projects that were going on that were abandoned, gutters, filthy gutters. I'll play a video from that too. But let's look at when he died. The youth went on demonstration right after burying him, and projects were called. Let's look at what happened. We'll come back and talk about that. Guys, I don't know if you see that last shot, but that last shot, it looks like it's going right into the people. Just so you can take a look. Yeah. What if you saw that? All right. So, in the second video, we'll talk about that too, but that will be, the Chimasaft one. Guys, you were looking at this video. These are soldiers called in to squash a demonstration or to, get people off the street. And you saw the shootings. As a result, we lost 2 people. Do you feel safe in this environment? Would you feel safe in this environment? Is Ghana secure based on what you're looking at on your screen? This is 2021 Ghana. And let me start with Effah on this.
Yeah, thank you very much. I hope Paul has not run away. I will not accept that. Thank you very much, Mr. Alfred. So, Ejura issue, we're going to look at it from 2 perspectives.
Okay.
You see, what we just watched was as a result of an incident that happened, which is a murder case. So first, let's look at the murder case, and then we can look at the protest as a result of the murder case. That is where you can.
So you are talking about the murder of Ibrahim Mohammed in this case.
Yeah. So Ibrahim Mohammed was murdered, right? So when Ibrahim Mohammed was murdered, a lot of information came out, right? So the information that came out that he was Face Ghana campaign, whatever, he was doing this against the government, blah blah blah. That was why he was murdered. So a reporter sent information to Joy News, a big channel. This who carried out that the government, or somebody has been murdered because he was against government. He was murdered because of blah 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 blah, which is completely false. This is a murder case, and you should treat a murder case as a murder case. Now, if somebody is murdered, you don't go out there creating an atmosphere for more people to be murdered, because we want to find out why that person was murdered, which is the police issue, and then put structures in place to avoid it next time. Is that not what should be the case? But that was not what happened. So first was a murder case that led to another. The second thing was the protest. As a result of the information that the youth received, really? Then they also responded, blocking streets and preventing people from economic activities to go on and all that. And no nation will look at this thing and say, if people are doing these things, they must go on. What else?
Effah, I think we lost Effah. Okay, so as Effah was saying, Paul.
Yes.
Okay. I'm
sorry. I had to put the case to order. Sorry about that.
All right.
So the first case and what resulted in the second one is media irresponsibility, and some people having an agenda to escalate a situation. They see it as that. If you're going to see it as any other thing, that is your opinion, and I'm not going to have an argument with you now. So the second response, which was not needed and warranted, is a murder causing more murder because of misinformation. If you look at that, the police reaction, yes, I think that the police reaction was unprofessional. The police overreacted. They could have been more tolerant and shouldn't have led to more death. This calls for more training on how to de-escalate demonstrations and crowd and stuff like that. It is very important that as a nation, we must be successful in the way we go about.
I think you were saying something about the joy aspect, the media aspect, but I don't think you exhausted that. So what are you saying, that joy misinformed the public, and that is what caused the demonstration?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
I will say that. You see, okay. So here is what we have, right? There is so many information that is coming up as far as Kaka's death is concerned, right?
Okay. Oh, we lost Effah again. Whew, Paul. you heard Effah. I think Paul is frozen too. All right, Kitty Queen.
Mr. Muzo, yes, I don't have a bad internet like those who are in government, who are getting all the money have. My internet is very good, and I'm always on.
Even though you're in opposition.
Even though I'm in opposition, I have a good internet. I'm able to pay for a good internet. My brother, Akape, who is in government, who is the director of communication for the NPP in the USA, he should always have issues with internet. So he should fix it.
That basically he need a raise. They just increased salaries in Ghana, so I'm sure Akape is gonna go. Okay, he's back. Hey, Effah, Paul is making fun of you. Paul says,
is it coming from my end or is coming from where? I don't know.
It's not coming from. It's coming from you. You are in government.
It's coming from me.
Get better internet.
I don't know why. Okay, let me change
internet. Get better internet.
No. It is not my internet. Yeah, sorry about that. I apologize for that. So you see, they reported that the guy was killed because he's a Face Ghana campaign, whatever. That's not true. They say it was a mob attack that killed him. That is not the information that we have right now.
Right.
So there is a lot of
ongoing. So we are not. I don't know if you have any back end information that knows exactly why.
Exactly.
killed. So you can't even conclude
So
that.
my point is that my point on this one is that you see it is like we have pockets of information that points to the killing that seem to be throwing all of us off, and based on that, some people act and then causing more problems. And why do we want to do that? You get what I mean? So as media,
the point was that
so what I'm going to say is that media, like what we are doing right now, it goes out there. A lot of people are listening. Based on what the information we see, people are going to act. So why would you put something out there that you are not sure? You don't even know.
Right.
For what reason are you doing all these things?
No media has to be putting out stuff.
Let's even say he was murdered because he's a first campaign distant. Okay, so we need to address that. We don't need to do it in such a way that it causes more death.
Well,
that's how you develop as a country.
It's law enforcement that is now causing the death. Like you rightly said, you pointed to the fact that the police could have escalated. They could have dispersed this crowd professionally. You said that.
Yes.
Okay. So they are the one causing this second. People demonstrate. You cannot tell the citizens don't demonstrate when you have suspicion that a person who's going around exposing projects that are discontinued, things that are impacting their life, that person has been murdered by whoever, But again, the investigation is still ongoing, so we don't want.
I understand all that, but you see, Alfred. And so a lot of people have made videos about abandoned projects. A lot of videos have come up before the elections. Right now, people are going to make videos about abandoned projects. Nobody has had
not everybody was giving, according to letters, things that I've seen. Maybe you will say it's fake, right? There's a picture going around of the police actually giving him warning that his exposés are putting the government in bad light or something like that. I'm sure you've seen that too. So not everybody who's recording tapes and sharing is getting such warnings from police and then thereafter getting shot. So let me I know you've said a lot. Let me bring Paul in and see what Paul has to say. Paul.
Yes.
Effah is saying that, Joy News here misinformed the public. Because Joy took a story out.
You see,
my brother Effah know definitely that the reason or the murder of Ibrahim was because he was exposing. And like you're saying, there are so many people doing these videos. But like I've also said, he was the one who is getting the police warnings. So what do you have to say that? We all know that, of course, the military.
I totally disbank and I'm going to punch holes into this wild allegation made by Kakape this afternoon.
Okay.
It is never true that Joy FM instigated this demonstration. Now, let's tackle the issue from each root cause. We all over here know that since the day the president took over as the president of the country, Ghana has not seen peace since then. Our security apparatus continue to deteriorate day in, day out. Alfred, when you do something
to make. So what do you mean by that?
When you do something and you let it go, this is what happened. Let's start for Ayawaso West Wogon.
Okay.
We saw party vigilantes who has been enrolled into the national security, wearing national security apparatus, using national security vehicles, using national security weapons, went to West Ayawaso to go and attack innocent people. We all raise issues. The president Nicodemously formed a committee, and when the committee sat, we understood from the committee that even the IGP then and the police operation commander then, they all disassociate themselves from those groups. They said they don't know them, they did not deploy them, they have nothing to do with them. And what did we see? At the end of it, all the recommendations that were made by the Commission for double to be punished, For the guy who slapped Sam George to be punished, what did we see? The president, the tyrant president, tossed it and put it in the dustbin. Let's put that one aside. Number two, let's talk about the election 2020. Myself and Kakapi were all in Accra, Ghana. Look at what happened in Techima South. As we speak, nobody has been held accountable for it. Don't forget the West Ayawaso West Wogon, nobody was held accountable upon the detailed work that was done by the Emushot committee. The president decided to throw it away because he wanted to cover his people. Apart from that, we are in this country and non-NPP vigilante Delta Force people attacked a court and the judge has to run away. As we speak, those people, nobody knows where they are. Rather, those who went to attack the National Security Coordinator in Kumasi, when they arrested them and take them to court, they were fined 1,800 and they will let go scot-free. The day that the president was inaugurated, right in the presidency, a police officer was attacked by these vigilante forces, and the president did nothing about it. Rather, the one who did the video was rather punished.
Right.
What is the cause of all this attack? Nanado is the cause of all this attack because he trained these vigilantes, and these vigilantes have been enrolled into the Ghana army, and they are the one doing this. Alfred, I'm coming to Ejura.
Right.
A trained and a professional soldier will never kneel down like we saw in the video and shoot into the crowd.
But
he will never do that.
We did not see him firing the guy on the kneel. From the video, he did not fire.
From the video, Alfred, from the video,
we saw another person firing right before he went on his knees, but you didn't see him fire. But anyway, yeah.
He went on his knee and he shot into the crowd. He shot into the crowd. Okay. I've been following the commission's sitting, and Alfred, it is on record, okay, that Joy FM gave the commission the rare footage without not editing it.
Right.
The commission tried to play propaganda, so they decided to show those one that was edited and left the raw footage. Why didn't they show the raw footage? So for my brother Effah to come and sit here this afternoon and be saying that Joy FM instigated the demonstration, I disagree with him. It is a fallacy. It is not true. Look, those people in Ejura, or the commander in Ejura, stated categorically that he never called for soldiers to come and help. He called for reinforcement. And look, the police service, they have FBS, they have army SWAT team. Why didn't they send those people to? Why did they send the army over there?
Right.
Because they know what they were doing. Now, for me, this Kaka's issue, I'm not going to sit here and say Kaka is a member of the Fix the Country. He's not a member of the Fix the Country. The issue I think is that somebody has lost his life.
Yes.
And we need to be investigated.
Right.
And now, as we speak, 3 suspects are being interdicted and they are in custody and they are being investigated.
But
so I will leave that.
I want you to address this part. What Effah is saying is that, yes, somebody was murdered, just like people are murdered all the time. But it took a news channel to create a linkage to a video that he makes and he posts, and therefore he was murdered because of it. Such an information is likely to incite the people. So he's put his finger on that and saying that Joy has a role in this. As a news media, the same way you had the same, you remember during the election, Joy called the election for the president, and you thought Joy did not have the right to do so. They didn't know that
this is a case whereby this Kaka is all over social media.
Right.
Kaka's issue didn't start today. Kaka's issue started day one when they appointed the MCE.
Right.
He had issues with the MCEs. He has been fighting with the MCE. He has been doing all sorts of things against the MCE, to the extent that the police commander over there gave Kaka a warning. And the police commander confessed at the commission just 2 days ago that yes, they wrote a warning letter to warn him to desist from the videos that he's making, because according to them, he came to film a security installation. Fine, let's put it aside. I am saying the nationals, the police over there were capable of handling the issue.
Right.
The regional minister, Simon, Honorable Simon, whatever they call him,
Mhm.
should be fired as we speak. He's the one who called for the military
The army,
to come over.
yeah. Mhm.
What stopped him? If you receive intelligence, according to him,
according to
they've
the
received
national security,
intelligence.
yeah.
No, listen to me.
Mhm.
According to they've received intelligence.
Intelligence,
If
yeah.
you have received intelligence, what do you do? Why won't you let those security or those military men go to the police stations and other facilities that you think they said they were going to burn down to protect that place?
Right.
You see how shallow and weak this MPP government is? They
But
claim they have the men.
saying that they were disrupting activities in town, commercial activities.
It is not
And
true.
If
It is not true.
yeah.
They did not destroy anything. As we speak, there's nothing on record that they've destroyed any property. The guys were agitated because after Kaka was brutally murdered,
Mhm.
after two people attacked him in the night and hit his head with, pistol and all sorts of things, that
Right.
led to his collapse, that he was sent to the hospital and he
Mhm.
passed on. You know, our brothers and sisters, the Muslims, they
Right.
bury people within 24 to 48 hours. They don't keep people
They
for
don't
long.
do autopsy and all.
Unfortunately,
Right.
the national security coordinator over there, which is headed by the regional minister, should know that there was going to be a confusion because this guy was murdered, perceived to be a member of the Fix the Country. That is why he was murdered.
And he's also
So
MPP, by the way.
An MPP member. Okay, so what do you do?
Mhm.
The best thing for you to do is to bring policemen from the SWAT team or the FPS team to protect those security installations that you have the intelligence that they said they were going to burn down.
Right.
You rather call the military. And the police commander confessed in the sitting that he never requested for military support.
Okay.
He asked for reinforcement. And let me put it on record. The regional secretary of MPP, Sampine, Honorable Sampine,
Mhm.
has put on record that the MCE has issues with Kaka.
With Kaka, yes. Meaning
So
the chief executive, and apparently
Zali,
his bodyguards, right?
his bodyguards have sent a warning, a video warning to the guy.
Right.
So if I should come and sit here and say that Joy
No, he
FM,
said in front of the committee, he said he doesn't have bodyguards.
yeah, he said in front of the he denied
Well,
those people.
yeah.
He threw them under the
Anyway.
box. So if my
Anyway.
brother Effah should sit here and tell us that,
Yeah.
Joy FM caused it is not true because this thing were all over the internet. Joy
Okay.
FM just depended upon the information on the internet and they make their news. As
Right.
much as I don't agree with Joy FM in a lot of things they've been doing, Joy
Right.
FM has not done anything wrong. And I said it from day one. When you remember on our platform, which the
Mhm.
three of us are on, I said that this committee is just to cover up. And
Yeah.
evidence that are coming up show that they are just there to cover up.
Let's not say that. Yeah, we'll wait for the committee to do its work, and we'll see. The result they will release. Then we reach that conclusion. We can jump into that. Yeah, but let me bring someone who's not a political. I know this is an NDC and MPP. In the middle of that fight, I found Cutie Queen who's helping me host today. So Cutie Queen, you've heard the two sides, right? These guys are
I was
sitting
enjoying
there.
them though.
They beat me all day. Then I call them. Also try to bother you guys over Waka. But Cutie, what question do you have for the two parties? I know that the soldiers fired here. How do you go and shoot in the crowd like that? So
Yes.
Cutie, you've listened to the both parties. What do you think? Do you think Joy is at fault here too? What are your thoughts on this?
Yeah, let me go straight to the insecurities. The question that you asked, right?
Yeah.
I've had the chance to be in corrections, which I really love. It's not a field that I am really well vested in, but I took the risk to be in corrections, okay? And in the academy, we were trained, as policemen, or let me just something compared to policemen or something like that, okay? You never skip fire by kneeling down and aiming like that. I'm gonna miss our local language and Brofo altogether. You won't even get time to kneel down and aim at somebody like that, or aim and try to say, okay, I knelt down, I aimed, and then I shoot in the sky. Okay, Ghana, our security is very poor. Your security system, our security personnel needs to be trained well. Okay. And based on the particular action, whether he shot in the air or whatever, the action that he did, what he did. If you all that social media on the pen on my circle, on your time or kneeling down. Just ask what was
wait. If somebody's kneeling down that way, right?
And aiming.
What they are doing is they are trying to make sure when they fire that they stabilize the direction. They want to hit.
But Alfred, are you going to fire somebody? Are you going to fire somebody who is not a threat to you? Were they having weapons? That comes into mind, okay?
Yeah.
Were they having weapons? The protesters, no mukra, what? Were they a threat to the police or the army or whatever? Right? So why would you aim at somebody who is not a threat to you?
Right.
That is the security that we are talking about. Okay.
Yeah.
Last night I was talking to my husband about something. Let's look at what happened, I think in the year 2000, where they were playing the football and the police went to deploy tear gas and all that.
Right.
Was that necessary?
The stampede at the stadium.
Exactly. Was that necessary? Our security personnel needs to be trained on what to do when they are called for in certain situations. In corrections, if an inmate slaps you, okay, and the inmate slaps you and goes back, you cannot retaliate by slapping the inmate back. Because at that point, the inmate has separated him or herself from you and it's no more a threat to you. So were these protesters, were they a threat? For you to aim and shoot in the eye, or for you to aim and get ready or whatever. Our security sucks. And I can give you so many instances which I don't want to go into, okay? But our security sucks a lot. And I'm not here to say MPP or NDC, but I'm here to talk about security personnel. Whichever party is on now, that's who we are going to blame, okay? But they have to make, I don't know, they have to make, what's the right word I want to use? They have to train. They have to make provisions to train our personnel, because this is a no. It's not gonna happen in America. It will. Let me use this guy's instances. The guy that Floyd. Okay, there were series of videos that came out where we could see that even at a point the guy was resisting. But what happened at the end? The police officer was held responsible due to his actions. Why? Because he knows better. Okay. He knows better. So our personnel, they need to train them well. Ghana security needs to step up, because me, as I stand right now, I don't want to go to Ghana because I'm afraid of my life. I don't hold arms. I don't hold anything.
I mean, is that serious for you? You really don't want to go to Ghana?
No. Not right now. No.
Interesting. Okay. All right. So let me take this quick message from Pascal Kojolumo. Pascal is a friend of mine. We went to secondary school together. He's saying, this Effah guy is not a serious guy, I'm afraid. No, Effah is a serious guy. Don't say that. Effah is actually a very serious guy. He says, I'm afraid. How can he say that the media is responsible for making the killing known? Well, yeah, he has. I mean, he's saying, I guess what Effah is saying, or from the way I understand, is that the story is not conclusive. They don't necessarily know the facts. So you don't create story, or you don't connect dots that perhaps will cause chaos or cause people to go on the streets unnecessarily. So I think that's what I heard him say. Dr. Ofori, which is the director of Akko Radio, watching the show. We appreciate you again, Dr. Ofori, for watching. Please share the link. Dr. Ofori is saying this is a great show. Of course, he's going to say that, right? He's my boss. He wants people to watch. All right. So I want us to jump to a second topic. People say, even if I was blaspheming in the background, that when I come, all I say is negative stuff.
I have a quick reaction.
Oh, okay, go ahead. I wanted us to go.
And don't forget, if
about to leave. He's gonna leave.
Don't forget, if Effah talk, I will also talk.
Yeah. You come in at any time. But you see, first is to look at.
Keep it in a minute, quick.
Yeah, Paul is adding too much to the issue that is it is not really related. If you talk about Teaching and South came because NDC lied to its supporters and they got killed. So if we stop giving misinforming our people, they are not going to die. All the election violence after the election, because Mahama said he won, the people should go on the street and fight, and it happened not to be true. So if we tickle ourselves, Paul, let me finish. If we tickle ourselves and we are not really going to address the causes, the reason that causes these things, but we want to just hammer and be in the situation, we are not going to solve any problem. Because yesterday was Ayawaso,
Today it's a July. It's not even one death. One death has caused more death. And we don't even know how to do it. So if we just don't want to solve it and that say that, okay, how do we investigate murders? How do we report murders? But we just jump into a report that people acted on, that police came in. We can talk about, you see, the police thing is also something completely different. You know, we need to address how they tackle demonstrations, you know. But Cutie, I would debate you any day if you think America is more secure.
I'm ready.
No, let me finish. If you think that America is more secure than Ghana and that you don't want to go to Ghana, we just had a fourth Republican celebration, and over 230 people died within 3 days. Here in Chicago. We are not on fire. So if you let me finish, because when you are talking, I want to come in too. But you see, one at a time, so that we make the point. Now, out of the over 600 shootings, right? About over 100 of them was alone in Chicago. But you see, I have been in Chicago for over a decade. And if anybody asks me about the shootings and talk about, I said, it is not like the way you think it is, right? It is not like the way, it is not like I am afraid to walk out at night or day because people are shooting. No, right? The American shootings, if you don't understand, you will sit somewhere and think that, okay, why would over 600 shootings, right, resulting in 200 and something, but we don't say America is insecure. We are here comfortable. Because you need to understand what security and all these things encompass. So you don't just use one or two incidents to judge that because of it, the whole of Ghana is insecure.
You are buying us.
Okay. So you see,
she wants to react.
Yeah.
This is the first time. So give me a little chance.
We'll get your time and talk. Now, if we are discussing and we want to justify, we are not going to go anywhere. Because I have a lot against NDC, you hold meetings, people can be shoot over there. There were a lot of people that NDC people have killed among themselves because they have issues. In my constituency, a lot of people have issues with the MP, with the regional minister, with all these things. But should they go and kill? We need to know how to handle individual differences and not say that because necessarily there is an issue with somebody, it might lead to death. A lot of people have issues with Mahama, but should we sit down for those people to harm Mahama in another way? Or one way or the other. No, we need to really address escalations and all that kind of stuff. Instead of saying, oh, this and this and this, so this should happen. No, that's not a way to go. Because issues are going to be there all the time.
Let me say this, right? You know, if I compare the two political parties and their errors, right? At this point, every single day, I mean, on the social media, I'll say I'm a social media mouse, okay? Every single day, there is something, there is a shooting, there is something that goes on, be it in the afternoon, in the morning, in the night, there is something, you know, actively going on, okay? So then I ask myself, it looks like our security system, people have got to realize that our security system is not working. So now they're not even, before, it's okay, this can happen in the night. But now, broad daylight, okay? People have tested the security system, and they know, so even if I do it, nothing is going to happen to me. Okay, so now in the afternoon, broad daylight, people go down rampantly shooting and stealing from people because they've tested the security system.
Okay, here's the thing. The issue here is
who robbed who yesterday? Who robbed who? Where did robbing this thing take place yesterday? Where? Yesterday, what robbing and shootings and what went on in Ghana?
There's a lot of that happening in Ghana. The fact that it's not hyped in the media or the media is not covering doesn't mean it's not happening. But also,
we choose people facts, not conjecture. You can't say every day, every minute, and then I'm saying yesterday, the incident that happened in Ghana. That's none. We should talk about that in our country like that.
The numbers
every second there's a violent crime, and we think we say, yeah, that is unacceptable.
Okay, If you want to know how many people die a day in Ghana, that number should exist. Your government, your people are in power. You can get that
You
number.
tell me, you are talking about social media. It's on social media and everywhere. So if government has not provided, I'm talking about the statistics for yesterday, Friday. And you can't give me now because it's not true.
I think Judy is saying that she's scared to go to Ghana because now is the law enforcement that is doing the killing. This is not Chicago where
it is not true. It is not true.
What you're seeing on TV.
It is not true.
All right.
Take the whole year. How many law enforcement people have killed anybody in Ghana? How many? And come to America where we sit comfortably. And we say that. And we say, how many people have been killed in America and you feel comfortable here?
No, right? And if you listen to the testimony this guy is giving, right? Our law enforcement are even more corrupt than the citizens.
We are not. Corruption is a different case. Corruption is a different case. We are not talking about corruption. We are talking about killing.
Corrupt us in money-wise, but corrupt us in killing and helping to kill.
No,
I'm telling you.
All right. Okay.
Let's go to Paul.
Yeah, let's go to Paul. I told you.
You said you were going to. You said 1 minute, but Mr. Effah spoke for almost 5 minutes. I've been watching the time, so I think you give me 5 minutes to rebuttal all the lies he's thrown out.
Okay, I want you
in
to
the first place.
You can go and talk about.
Yeah. I'm going to do that because I need to even drop off. In the first place, my brother Effah was being mischievous.
We are holding you to that.
Yes, my brother Effah was being mischievous and playing propaganda this afternoon.
Right.
I listed a number of incidents. I also West Wogon, he ran away from me. He didn't speak about it. I spoke about the Chima South issue. He spoke about it and said Mahama told the people that he's won election. That is why they went there and they were killed. The case, and let's set the record straight. Mahama has never said to anybody he won the election. And if you want us to go into the records, it's on record, and I'm going to state it over here, that Nanado is a president that was selected for Ghana. Nanado is not a president elected for Ghana. Nanado is a president that has been selected for Ghana with the help of the Chief Justice and with the help of Jane Mensah. Effah knows that as we speak, we have 6 different figures.
That is a
we
lie.
don't know which one is the truth. Now, moving from there.
That is a lie. It's been confirmed by the courts.
If you care to know, the court even gave another set of figures. As we speak, we have 6 different set of figures. If you care to know. So and we all know that Nanado did not win the election. He used the security forces.
If he did not win, why is he the president? Why is he the president?
Okay,
because he used the security forces and the Chief Justice and the Jane Mensah to trace the results. That's what you guys did. So let's move forward. I am saying over here that the insecurity in Ghana is the cause of Nanado. Nanado is the one.
Nanado is causing it.
Is causing it because Mr. Amuzu, if West Wogon incident happened, if he has taken action, as he told us when he was in opposition, that Obia Mienu, he was able to have that 2 balls under him, and he was able to take bold decision on the outcome.
You only have 1 ball. What are you talking about?
On the outcome of, for me, I have 2 balls, so I am very bold. That is why I speak boldly. Nanado has no 2 balls. If he has 2 balls, he should have taken bold action on the Ayawaso West Wogon white paper. Because he allowed it to go, that is why these things are happening today. As we speak, in Techima South, military people shot into a crowd and killed 8 people. Nanado, as we speak, has not even called any of the family to sympathize with them. As we speak,
that is not good. That's not good.
On the 7th January 2021, the military invaded the parliament of Ghana. As we speak, nothing has been done about it. As we speak.
But that should be parliamentarian. They tell you that your Alam Iban Bagbi is the Speaker of Parliament.
Mr. Amuzu, as we speak, that issue is being covered up. Number 3, apart from the Ejura incident,
Parliament is NDC. So we are saying if it is being covered up, are you saying the leader of parliament is covering it up, or who's doing the covering up at this, that you are talking about?
The minority in parliament has petitioned the speaker. They want to table the issue. We will go into it. It's not going to go there. We are going to make sure that we're going to find out who set those soldiers into Parliament House on the eve of 6th of January 2021. Now, Mr. Amos, moving from there, let's go to Wa. Don't forget that after whatever happened, the following day, soldiers in Wa went on rampage, beating citizens.
Right.
Now, the question I am saying is that trained military professional soldiers who don't behave the way they are behaving.
Right.
Most of these soldiers that are going around misbehaving and going around beating people left and right are the NPP Delta Force vigilantes that has been enrolled into our national security, that have been enrolled into the military, that have been enrolled to the police.
That the military didn't misbehave themselves?
I am saying
this squarely on Akufo-Addo as though because
he's the commander in chief.
President can change.
He is the commander in chief. Alfred,
we are indisciplined people.
Alfred, he's the commander in chief, and he has to use, or he has to make sure that people who misbehave are brought to book. If he has taken action at Ayawaso West Wogon, if he has taken action at Tima South, if he has taken action at Odo, if he has taken action, these things will not have happened. The community knows that because they have a president who is not aware of what is going on, who doesn't know what is going on, who is not in control, they can misbehave and go scot-free. That is why the military is behaving so. And Alfred, I am putting it on a record. A trained military officer will not kneel down and be shooting or be pointing gun into the crowd. It will never happen.
Right.
It is only a Delta Force vigilante that has been enrolled to the security who will behave like that. Now, moving from there, let me add it to it. Let me add this area.
Indiscipline in our country, because even the average person is driving on the wrong side of the road.
Let me add this caveat. My brother, if I should stop attacking. My brother, if I should stop fighting with the lady, he should fight with me because he's been making more. I'm here today. He should fight with me. Look, when we were in Ghana in December,
there are no vigilantes in the army and police.
There are vigilantes. When we're in Ghana, Alfred, when we're in Ghana in December, when I sleep with only one eye. I open one eye.
That is not true.
You know it. You know it. Because security in Ghana is not safe.
They come and sit on radio.
That's why I have a problem with Paul.
See.
The problem is that the president has shown that he is intolerant. He is incapable of taking in charge of the security of the country.
But Paul, after the election, right, we saw a lot of protesters, rallies, and stuff like that.
It never happened.
There was nowhere who said the president of the NDC.
After the election, there had not been any protest. The NDC wanted to go for a protest.
There was a lot of
Paul, stop lying, man.
That's why
that was before the electoral commissioner. That was before we are talking about.
That was before the electoral commission declared the results. After the electoral commission declared the results, nobody has gone on the street again.
That's not true. That's not even true.
After the electoral commission,
there hasn't been any protest in Ghana.
Look, my sister. After the electoral commission declared the results, I was at the NDC head office at the strong room. Our supporters from the NDC office is at Adabraka, and the electoral commission office is also at Adabraka. It will be like a distance of let me say about 1 kilometer, if I'm not mistaken. So they were mounting force to go to the electoral commission, and the security forces stopped them at how do you call it? The mental hospital, the cross mental hospital where you have the cathedral mental hospital, that big intersection.
Okay, I thought you were talking about
that. Was where they were stopped. Okay, they were marching there, they stopped them. Immediately after that, the NDC wanted to go on a street demo. That was where the police took an injunction and said that because of COVID, they went to court, and the court said nobody should go on the street. My sister, since then, it was only this Thursday that demonstration has happened in Ghana. Apart from that, there has been series of demonstrations. If it is the favor of the MPP, they allow it to happen. But if it's against them, they use the law and tell you that because of COVID-19, because of health issues, you can't go on demonstration. I am saying,
So NDC demonstration was in our favor. Your demonstration was in our favor.
Because the court has no choice. Because the court has no choice. Nanado has no choice.
Can you speak to a person for footage? Can you speak to a person for footage? How far? Are you telling me to a person for footage? Because that's part of the insecurity.
You see, if I'm beating Effah and I'm ripping him, then he bring on what is for some people going to do over here. So anyway, let's conclude, Alfred, just 30 seconds to conclude. Look, Ghana is the only country we all have. Nanado have six security couples.
Right.
And security is deteriorating. I know it's your party. Let's put politics aside.
No. I'm not talking because I'm not talking politics. I'm talking national.
Let's speak the truth.
It's not deteriorating in Ghana. I disagree.
There are 6 different security institutions, right?
Exactly. Headed by 6 different, and they are paying all of them. Job for the boys. They are paying all of them, and security is deteriorating Ghana. And I'm saying once again, I'll be going to Ghana maybe next month, and if I go, I'm not going to sleep at all. I'm going to put on my eyes. Why? Not sleeping. I'm scared.
Take you with you. I want to read 2 messages after you come in, and then we can switch the topic. I want to hear what Paul has to say on the next topic before he leaves, because he's going to leave us. So go ahead, Queen.
Okay, so I want to say a little bit about what Paul said. I know he's blaming the president because he's the commander-in-chief of the armed forces and all that, right? But some people got quoted me, and that's why I always argue with Alfred on our show, Maka. I know that there is this much that he can do, so we shouldn't blame everything on him. He's doing his best, he's trying his best, and all that. Not to say you kind of say. NDC is also good. There are so many things that happen in the regime or in the era of NDC that we can sit here and talk about, right? But just because of the Ejira issue, which we want to base on, which we're talking about the the armed forces and the military and what they did, right? So Paul, don't blame it only on the president.
I disagree with you. I disagree with you. I disagree.
What he's saying is that we are indisciplined people.
Mr. Amuzu. Maybe I'm not part of those who are disciplined. I'm a disciplined person. And we, the NDC, we are disciplined people. I am saying over here this evening. I'm saying.
Mahama, the ex-president, told that, said, "Oh, you're very violent, and they come from a violent regime." What are you talking about? And then you sit here,
hold on. What happened before Mahama said that?
Emotionally incompetent.
I am saying that I disagree with Kitty, your guest on the show. Yes. All the president knows. No.
All
the president knows is to fly and taking shower in the air.
I disagree with you.
The leader of your was caught on tape, planning kidnapping, planning murder, planning killing, and making this year, it's not true. If you don't get it is not true. Which of them are you guys implementing right now? No, NDC came from military, and then they know covert and overt operation. Which one are you implementing that is talking on this? I have a very strong belief that if NDC is talking about insecurity, you're winning movie. You behind the scene movie. Because they have the military training, they have the military training, they have the people, they are planning.
Mr. Muzu, all Nanado knows is to take shower in the air. Now you have to be careful when you are in Ghana and it's raining. Be careful and make sure that it's not Nanado speed that is falling on you. That's all Mahama and Nanado know. Take shower in the air. So let's move on.
Let's move on. That's one I disagree with Paul because when Nanado came to this country, right? When Nanado first visited, I was part of when he went to dinner with the ambassadors. At least I had the opportunity to be there and all that. He came and he spoke about so many things that he was doing and he's about to do, which we saw, some of them come into existence. When we talk about free education, although it's not that kind of a perfect whatever, but I mean, you want it up and down. Because that Ghana is experiencing this free education thing. And it's up and down. So you can't blame everything on him. But my problem is that
okay.
I don't mind. I think you've got to have
union rep in Ghana. Check his future. I will Ghana. Will say you don't. Wouldn't security tell Europeans the America for?
All right.
How much you don't future? How much you business? And then I'm winning for some for them.
Whether I like it or not, your president is incompetent. Your president is business. Your president doesn't know what he's doing. That is why security is getting out of hand. That is why
whether you like it or not, a prominent member of your party
to a position to
mute all of you so I can read my message. So Bless Bafu is saying that that statement is not is of no fact. How can the media do that? In other words, he's saying that how can the media be the ones inciting the people to go on the street? It was, I think his belief is that Kaka was killed because he was exposing the government. Anyway, Boss Linga is saying Alfred for once has acted as the host instead of NDC man. I like this, Alfred. Thank you. You guys has been on me. Ask Kakape. Kakape was on me in our platform that I'm NDC and MDC, and I told him point blank that I actually was an MPP person, until 2006, 2020. This 2020 election that I favored John Mahama because I disagree with a lot of some of the things that, our current president is doing. And, it is clear in my conscience that, I'll prefer Mahama over him. And so Kakape was going to help me launch my NDC campaign here today. But anyway, the show is not about me. I'm not supposed to be here, canvassing NDC. They're not paying me yet. If they start paying me, I'll come back here and canvass for them a lot. And so Cutie Queen today, I think being on the show also helped me, not be an NDC man, true. But anyway, let's talk about what's Lifetime Legacy has to say. So, Boss Liga, your comment is taken. You guys have been on me so much. I've taken it. Lifetime Legacy says, this lady is too beautiful to be defending MPP. The Bible makes it clear in John 10:10, verses 20 to 20 that Nana Ado Baumia came to steal and kill. Cutie, I don't know if your mic is off or anything, but yeah, they are quoting the Bible for you. I think I muted all your mics. Sorry about that.
You muted us.
Okay, sorry about that. Paul, you on, right? Say something. Let me see if I can hear you.
I am right here.
Alfred, I'm not trying to defend NPP or defend NDC, right? I'm here for Ghana, and it is very sad because some of you guys, I'm not saying me, which I don't want to disclose too much, but have businesses and stuff like that in Ghana. Okay, what is the essence of building a business in a country where you yourself is afraid to be there? So I'm here as a concerned citizen. So where NDC go wrong, I'm going to counter that, and where MPP go wrong, I will say that. And that is why I didn't agree with Paul when he was blaming everything on the president, because the president is just a one person, a one party person.
The hypocrisy of Ghanaians is becoming too much. When Mahama was in power, hold on. When Mahama was in power,
but Mahama wasn't good.
Even if, oh, can I talk today? The two of you. You see,
they got that
today,
but are we in a free talking? You or each person will get a chance because I need to know.
Today, look,
I will not allow him to talk, and then we can. Then we jump straight to the next topic. That's not going to happen.
Okay, if I won't talk.
Queen came in because
we gotta give everybody a chance to talk. Because if it's a free for all, then we are jumping.
You've spoken more than anybody on this show today. You've spoken more than anybody.
That's not true. That's not true. I can give you the whole day and talk for 5 minutes.
All right, guys.
And I'll still overcome you.
You guys are stampeding the show today, so please.
You allow the fire. It's okay.
Okay, Ibrahim Mohammed says we are watching live from Achimota. Keep the good work for Ghana. Ibrahim, thanks so much for watching. Tell your friends the Ghana agenda is so much fire. Effah is out here throwing all the fire today. He wants to be the only one to talk. He's now moderating everybody. He says that this is not a free for all, and anybody can just jump in and talk. Boss Linga came back to say Alfred is anti-Nana Addo. I actually spoke so much for Nana Addo in 2016 to get him to win the election. So how can I be anti-Nana Addo after that? You know what I'm saying? Somebody
you are pro. Now you are anti.
No. I mean, it's not. I don't want it to be looked as though.
Alfred, it's an opinion. Don't let it get to you or me. Some people think I'm even NDT in some cases. So don't let it get into you. I had so much hope in Nana and I've been disappointed. I am disappointed in him as a president because of all
I have 5 minutes to go
today. So
Alfred.
Okay, let me play.
Alfred.
Yeah, let me play
the next video. Away from me. You don't have anywhere to go.
Okay. Look at
the NDC is having a barbecue. Look at the NDC is having a barbecue in what is that?
You know what I have to do when I postpone and come and meet you here? And now you tell me.
The then senior minister and now senior presidential advisor, that distinguished public servant, the Honorable Yao Safo Mafo, at my bidding, cut the sword for the commencement of construction of the Pokwase interchange to help solve once and for all the nightmare endured for several decades by commuters within and outside this vicinity. 36 months later, the project has been completed. And I'm happy to join you today for the commissioning of the 4-tier Pokwase interchange, the first of its kind in Ghana, the first of its kind in West Africa, and the second of its kind in Africa. It is important to put on record that the original contract design was for a 3-tier interchange. However, through efficient management by my government, the interchange was modified to a 4-tier structure within the same contract sum. Indeed, $289 million United States dollars has been used by the Akufo-Addo government to construct 3 interchanges. That is at Pokwase, Obechebilamte, and Tamale, as opposed to 260. That is at Pokwase has been used by the Akufo-Addo. $289 million United States dollars has been used by the Akufo-Addo government to construct 3 interchanges. That is at Pokwase, Obechebilamte, and Tamale, as opposed to 260 million United States dollars being used by the Mahama government to construct just the Kwame Nkrumah interchange, as opposed to 260 million United States dollars being used by the Mahama government to construct just the Kwame Nkrumah interchange. These are further examples of the fact that we in the New Patriotic Party are good protectors of the public purse.
All right. So, Paul, let me bring you in quick on this.
Alfred,
Paul,
yeah,
Leonardo is yobbing here. He's telling you that, he took 289 million to build 3 interchanges as opposed to 260 just on Circle. What do you have to say to that? He's using that as another evidence of him being a better manager of the public purse. What do you have to say to that?
Well, thank you very much. And I think after this comment, I'm going to drop off because my guests have started arriving. Look,
right.
I'm not surprised that the president is making this weak and unsubstantiated, childish statement at that function. And I'm not surprised once again that he said in 2018, is it 2018 or 2017? No, 2018, when the Ayawaso West Wogon MP passed on and they were going to do election, when they selected the lady, Hassan, the lady to represent his husband, the last rally they held at airport, around somewhere in airport, the president said, Dr. Bawumia team, and I'm happy that he has confirmed that all the worldly sense has been put in the head of Bawumia, and as for him, nothing is in his head. Look, Alfred, I'm not going to be light over here. The president is very, very, he's the president, so I find very difficult to use words to describe it. Look, Alfred, let me just say this.
Yeah.
If the president
can be in political mode all the time,
if the president wants to be truthful, okay, or if the president learns from his lesson, he will not come and sit there and be making a mistake. You remember the Kaswa interchange. The president made wild allegation, the same allegation, and it took his own member of parliament to come and tell him that, Mr. President or Mr. Then the candidate, the things you are saying is not true. That there's no any, cost estimate of the Kaswa overhead interchange, and that because of the auxiliary infrastructure that have been added to it, everything look good. Now, he's comparing project at Pokwase to Circle. Even before I compare the two, let it be a record that the Pokwase project, Mahama funded or went for the fund, and Mahama was supposed to implement that project before we left power. It is true that
it was a 3 lane and he only
exactly. It was true that it was a 3-tier. It was true that it was a 3-tier project, okay, which comes with auxiliary attached to it. We say auxiliary, okay. As engineer, other things attached to it. Okay, when you take the
adjacent roads and all
like adjacent road, clinic, police station, and all those stuff, for them to take some of those auxiliary and then add another flyover, you come and sit over there and this is a childish, comparison. Because when you take Kwame Nkrumah Circle's flyover, for example, look at the congestion, look at the cost involved, look at the circle, the odor, look at the civil engineering structures they did. So you see, he's the president of the country. If I want to go in, I will say things that I will later on regret. He can be my father, so I will leave it there. But next time, he has proven that he's unaware of what is going on. For him to come and sit there and be making this baseless comparison is something that we have to all debunk. And I think, and unfortunately, I will listen to this recording later on. If Effah will be truthful to himself, I don't know if Effah is an engineer, but if as an engineer, you should not come and sit there and be comparing projects once you don't know what are the apparatus and the auxiliary features that goes into a project. You should not come and sit there and be comparing projects to different projects. And I am saying this on authority that if it's comparing the Pokwase interchange to the Circle where he said he spent 260 as against 289, the president should respect it.
It's not apples for apples. It's comparing apples to potatoes. And exactly. Let me bring you quickly, Effah. Why do you think it's necessary for the president on a day like this, where he started by saying he's resolving.
If I think I have to drop. I have to drop, guys. I have to drop. Thank you.
You don't want to listen to Effah and see what he has to say.
Okay, let me listen to Effah, then I'll drop.
Yeah, he's saying that he's helping, decongest a place which has been a problem that plagued this area for 30 years and over. And the next word he has to say is, knowing very well that even the funds for this project was secured by the previous administration, the drawing and everything was done by the previous administration. All he has to do, he doesn't even have the choice to change his mind on this. This is already done. All he's actually came to do was, added a different lane, and Paul is saying he has to abandon certain auxiliaries. But on a day like that, and we've seen pictures before, when things like this happen, the president currently will bring the former president even to those occasions. Not only did he not bring Mahama, but on a day like that, he chose to criticize Mahama and compare projects. Do you think it's necessary? Can this president not just be political for one day? Over to you, Effah.
Okay. I did not see what he said that was not true. You are adding more to some of the things. He did not talk about who secured the loan. So I don't see why. Who doesn't know that the loan was secured before we got into government? He was telling us facts. Unless, of course, we're going to pay. So we can do the other things we want to do. It is a fact that for the same amount, it was 3 tier. And for the same amount, it is 4 tier.
It cannot be. It cannot be. How can it be? I mean, are you saying that the raw materials and the bill of materials and everything that they had before that was only going to give 3 tier, that you don't have to purchase additional materials?
Listen.
Are you saying that? Or prices of materials?
No.
Or are you saying somebody took the figures from the stats?
The issue is not what I'm saying.
Nanado is making claim to him.
Hold on.
What type of efficiency is he referring to? Is it because they abandoned other things that he was supposed to do and use the money because the materials didn't change? We know that the same people who did the original estimate are the same people completing the project now. So what is he talking about that we don't know?
It's not. It is not even this one. It is not only this one that they got more for the same value. It is not even this one. And this issue of tier made 4 tier, he is not making it today. Okay, it is not today that we are making this. We've been talking about all that he said. It is not something that our government is making it today. We've been saying it all along. And you see, so if what he's saying is not true, right? By this time, people should have gone, investigate and say, oh, what you are saying is not true because we have gone to find out blah, 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 blah. So you don't come here and say it cannot be. Based on what are you saying it cannot be? Because we've been saying this since day one. Since when the sword was, we performed about 3 years ago.
What I'm saying is, if it was
somebody, you see, I had a call, so it is, I can't hear you. I gotta go and come back. When they call, I don't know why it's acting that way. So let me quickly come back.
Okay. Paul, you have something to say quickly before?
Before I leave, I mean, the president should stop the mischief. He should be a president. He's been playing mischief since 2017 when he was elected. He continued to play mischief. He was trying to say this thing just to divert attention. This topic has come on before, and we debated it. For you to come and do the same thing, just trying to divert attention. The attention is trying to divert. We are not going to allow him to divert attention from security issues in Ghana. We're going to be on him. No. It's a security issue. Okay. And I know my brother Effah is going to support them in the security aspect. Effah, when you go to Ghana and you are part of the security team, then I'll come to Ghana, I'll sleep. But until then, I will never sleep.
No.
And I'll join you guys next time.
Security is not my area, so I'll never be part of it unless for whatever.
But I'll join you guys next time. Thank you.
Okay, no problem. Take care of your people. All right.
Okay. So what we need to know is that all that he said are facts we put out all these while, right? That rain of this caused this. It is up to you to do the explanation and tell us that, you see, he said auxiliary. Auxiliary what? Auxiliary is a word. It is like saying human being.
Auxiliary roads. That means the neighborhood roads.
Okay, so if you mention circle interchange, that will the cost is 260. Auxiliary what?
Roads,
tell me auxiliaries
and all this other stuff.
No, what other? This person, what is other stuff? What is other stuff? Human being.
This is public information. If you want it, you know where to get it.
No. Okay. As a host, if you are debunking something, right? You debunk it with. You say Paul said auxiliaries. Auxiliaries what?
Okay, Effah, let me ask you.
You telling me public information?
Let me ask the question. Since I'm the host, do you the circle interchange, was a police station built as part of that or not? Did they build
which second interchange?
The circle overpass I'm talking about.
Right. It's a what?
Where adjacent roads constructed, was a police station added to?
Are you telling me or you are asking me?
I'm asking you.
I don't know.
Okay, so you are in government. I'm saying this information is available to you. You can get it. If you want to say that those two projects are comparable,
no. Okay.
You should have the facts for that.
No. You are not getting my. You said auxiliary, and I asked you auxiliary right, and then you throwing back my question to me.
Yeah, I'm the host, so I'm asking you that you are in government. Your people are in government.
He said you let him go. He said auxiliary. You let him go, and you are asking me the auxiliary. Did you hear the president talking about auxiliaries? Did you hear the president talking about auxiliaries?
No, the president didn't talk about the auxiliary because the president was being mischievous. We are saying that if
he was not being mischievous. You are being mischievous.
Okay, if you know for sure that the engineering, the companies that actually built that interchange, the Pokwasi interchange, will not build just a fourth lane without incurring any additional cost. Something has to give. The estimates they made before, it wasn't because of great fluff in the estimate. So that you could just squeeze magically a fourth lane out of that. The fourth lane has to be paid for. How was it paid for? And
all that we are talking are conjecture and speculation, and we can engage in it if we want to.
Right.
So we have to speak to issues. So okay, the president had made a statement that I built in the first place it was 3 tier. I made it 4th tier. And that we are building 3. We are building 3. And that all these 3, if you add the cost to this, it is this. So if you come, this is not fight. I don't see why you mischievous childish. We are getting. So you say, this one is this cost because this one has this that you don't have here. This one has this that you don't have here. This one has this because it costs this. But because you see, when they tell you and they do all the calculations, you see that it doesn't make sense. It is not value for money. That is why they say auxiliary. Auxiliary this. Okay, this one too. You know that they have to pull. And I finish.
You have all the institutions.
If you can make me finish.
Yeah, if any of this is wrong, yeah. So
no. The auxiliaries. You mentioned police station, blah blah blah, public information. Okay, don't tell me to go look for it. Right? Because you are debunking mine. So you don't go back. You don't go back to me. What you supposed to use.
Maybe we should have a show where we are all provided. I'll go, research this project document so we can all look at it and we discuss the details of that. What we're doing there, of course, is just not going to get to the end of the topic. I want.
Now you taking over for NDC. They spoke and they're gone. You didn't interject. They didn't ask them any question. And now I'm talking. And now you think that whatever you want me to speak, what is on your mind? No. This is very unfair. This is very unfair. This is very unfair, and this is unacceptable.
Okay.
You cannot. It looks as if you want to put into me what you want me to say. You think whatever you say is something that I agree to? No, I don't. But I let you talk. I may interject. Right. But you cannot say that because what I'm saying doesn't fit into your narrative. Then we have to discover another discussion. Are we not talking about project cost that the president said? And I agree with him. And this is not the first time that what I'm telling you. So if you are telling me that, the circle interchange, you cannot make that comparison. We are comparing interchanges, and you say you are comparing apples and oranges. Well, what is two interchanges? You're telling me apples and oranges? Are you kidding me? So you come and say that, oh, Mr. President, and you see, I don't have a problem with you. I know where you are, but I'm not going to give you that fact. I know where you are driving at. It is not me to make your case good for you. I want. Yeah, because you put it out there that these are the two costs of the project. But so you come and you say auxiliary, I ask auxiliary what? And you are putting it back to me. Because when you tell all the auxiliaries,
you can't even compare two houses.
Let me tell you, it is a police station. It is a police station,
right? A house may have a deck in the back. A house may have a pool. So there's so many different things that goes into.
Yeah, but when you are comparing a house and a house, you are not telling me. You can't tell me that. You can't tell me that when we are comparing a house and a house, it is comparing oranges apples. If you are comparing a house and say a football pitch, then you can say we are comparing oranges and apples. Now, if we are talking about cost, then you can talk about that. But we are comparing two houses, and you are telling me we're comparing orange and apples. Even in the oranges, don't you have bigger ones and small ones? No, I'm not going to take that. Yeah. And so what the president said, he's right. That is the fact. It is up to you to give details. Now, the details that was left out, we can have that discussion. But what he said was true. Right? Now, the question about the education,
a bridge that is an overfly or whatever you call it, that is going to fix a congestion problem that bedeviled our country for that long. I think that, the president should stay a little bit above the water, right? Give praises where praises is due. He started by praising Osafo for cutting the sword and which was all good, to the point where he's now doing politics. He's not an engineer. I mean, come on, let's. If there is fraud,
is he not entitled to politics? Is he not a politician campaigning for his party and all that?
He's the president. If you feel like the previous administration did something nefarious in building a bridge and it caused financial loss to the country, or they went over the cost, he is the president. He should investigate it and prosecute the people.
Okay.
He's in charge.
Okay. You are adding more. He did not say. The president did not say. The president did not say that it is criminal and you see, you are adding more.
What is it? Is just people being stupid, or they wasted our money, or what is it? What is it? And why is
maybe people being foolish, not stupid. People being foolish.
Is doing something good for our country. I'm gonna bring Cutie in so Cutie can help me, because you are killing me with this. Maybe you won't let me finish with my submission. Finish. I'll bring Cutie in after. Go ahead.
Yeah. Okay. Before I go on with my submission, I think that you're being unfair here. Okay. So let me flow with my destiny. You can ask questions, but you don't fight me on the program as if you are doing the bidding for the NDC. No, that is unacceptable. The president don't talk about criminal issues here. I'm just bringing it in. The president did not. Can you let me finish? Because if I don't finish and you cut me off, then I'll have to leave the program. If that is what you want, I have to finish. If you can stop interjecting me for me to flow.
All right, go ahead.
Exactly.
Hey.
So the president did not talk about criminal issues here. The president did not talk about court and blah blah blah. The circle interchange, we all know, cost $260, $260 million, and this one and plus other ones, he put it together and say one cost this cost this. If it is politics, it is then he's entitled. He can do politics. Why can't he do politics? He's not a politician, not the president. It is up to you to come and say, oh, this is this because of this and this and that. There's nothing wrong with that. So go about this and go about that. You are entitled to your opinion, no question about that. We don't have a problem with that. Everything and all that he said is true. It is not only this. Now, even at the presidency, when they came, they had other cars. Out of the same amount, they were able to get 100 more cars for the police service. And when we talk about value for money and that they are saving the public purse, you say, what are you talking about? It is true. But we are witnesses to a lot of these things. And many other things that you can account this president for. You can hate him, you say you don't like him, you can be anti-Nana, but he is focused. and he's delivering to Ghanaians what they need.
Well, I got a new name
now
today. Hey, I love it. But if I listen, I'm saying why is it so important on a day where he's delivering something as good as he started talking about to actually go down that route? I mean, he has all the time on the planet to go and compare projects. On a day like this, show us, come and tell us the good thing, and let's go. You know, we want to hear you.
That is what you want. Unfortunately, he didn't get it.
But anyway,
but I'm good with whatever he said. I support it. He should have added more back into it.
Of course you will. I would never be. I'll be surprised if you don't. Yes. Of course you will support what he said. Yeah. But I'm saying that he should go and say that anytime else. Today, on other days, people who actually delivered projects built by other presidents invited those presidents to those ceremonies. You did not invite the current president, which it's your own prerogative. You can do that.
Okay. Then I'll take yes.
Delivering that. You know, I don't expect.
But how do you know? How do you know that they were invited? Are you not privy to information where they were going to commission projects and NDC people go and stop them? Are you not privy to information like that?
I'm not entitled to my opinion, but let's see what.
No. Are you privy to information in situations where they were going to commission a project under this government, and then the NDC organized that we will not let you commission it? Haven't you heard all those things?
Okay, my friend, I'm just saying this particular project.
Do you know for sure? Do you know for sure that the ex-president was not invited? You know for sure.
You are in
government. The people that organized it. If you did not see him there, does it mean he was not invited?
Okay, no. I'm saying, hear me out. You are in government. If he was invited, tell us he was invited. Show us that.
Okay, what evidence do you also have that he was not invited?
But here's the thing. He took the time. He went out of his way to criticize the current.
Did you show him the way that he should pass? And he went out. Are you the determinant of how the president should speak?
If you invite me,
are you the determinant of how the president should speak?
Tell me that a project
you determine how the president should speak.
Come on. All right.
Now you determine how the president should speak. You can disagree with what he said.
Yes, and I'm going
to but you cannot determine that he should speak this way, and that if it doesn't go this way, it is bad, it is this, it is that. Okay, that's your opinion, and I don't want to do. But whatever he said was the fact, was the truth.
No, it just shows the personality on a day like that.
What personality are you talking about?
Positive.
What personality are you talking about?
Let me bring you in. Personality is what I'm talking about. Kitty, come on in and tell us about what you think about this. Do you think on a day like this that the president is solving a big issue? He described it very well. He even credited his former, what is it? There's a position he gave to him, senior minister. Then, now a senior advisor to the presidency. He credited him for cutting the saw. He did not credit the people who actually went for the loan for the project. He did not credit the people who actually drew. He actually went out of his way to compare this project to other projects and talk about because of that he's a better manager of the press. Do you think he needed to do all that? Kitty, you may be on silence.
I have the Effah has the spirit of me because he has my father's name, which is Effah, and my middle name, which is Ameyah. So the other name for Ameyah is Ameyah. So I see Effah Ameyah. So his spirit is like, combined and and all that. But let me just tell you what you're saying, right, Alfred? I'll play 50-50 here. At a point, I agree with Effah because in a day like this is where everybody wants to talk about their achievements and want to play politics, which they have, they have the right to, because what? It's politics. NDC will boast of what they've done, and MPP will boast of what they've done or what they're about to do and all that. So he has the right to actually say that. We cannot tell him what to say and what not to say. However, my problem is the comparison of, the amount of using to construct this road. Since the construction is not done, this is just an estimate, just like you said. And that's why I said I was going to play 50-50, based on what you guys are talking about. Because there will be some extra cost, which Paul said, some auxiliaries that we will think about and say, you know what? Okay, fine. So, we say, let's put it in. Remember, that is not in the budget. So that money comes
even the Tamale interchange he called, it's not finished. That he calculated and said he's using 289 million. That project is not even finished at all. But I'm saying that it's not what he said per se. But on a day like this, should our president be negative?
No, he's not being negative. That one, he's not being negative. He's just trying to.
Okay, so I'm saying that why would he invite Mahama? If I saying, did I know whether he invited Mahama? Was he going to invite Mahama to come and sit down and be saying these things to Mahama, right while Mahama is sitting beside you?
You know,
he took a very important day as this to play politics. What he was doing is national. You're inaugurating a project that was started by your predecessor. Your predecessor got a loan for that. It's not his achievement. The only achievement that Akufo-Addo did on this project is he added a fourth lane. That's it.
You know, but Alfred, when it comes to politics, right, the little opportunity you get, it's like going for a kind of thing. A kind of position when you are in school or whatever. Let me just use that as a little comparison. Every little opportunity you get, you would like to market and sell yourself. Okay, so that's politics for you.
Come on.
You know, every opportunity you get, you would like to sell yourself. So that one, if it was NDC, they would have done the same thing. They would have loved to sell themselves out there.
When it was finished in 2013, John Dramani Mahama took Kufuor to the inauguration. Walked Kufuor and watch all that place. How come two people are able to even do that? When Atta Mills was commissioning, you know, so this has been things that our presidents did. But you know, on this particular day, this president, when he has the opportunity, he should. I mean, he's not. You're not even running for election anymore. Okay, so it wasn't that necessary that on the day as such you politicize this, and that is where I disagree with him. It's not what is that he's choosing a day as such when you can unite the country behind a very good thing that you have accomplished. It shows that government is a continuum. You know. When you came into power, you took on this project, you did it, you completed this. Great. Everybody should be full of praise for you. But you chose that day. That is where it's petty. It becomes petty. And you know, I'm sure Paul had more colorful words than I have, but this is petty. These are the reasons I don't support Nana Akufo-Addo anymore. But that's my opinion. You can go on with yours.
Yeah, like somebody quoted me in the Bible. The kingdom of God suffered violence and violence taken by force, right? So if Nana choose to use that as a way of, you know, letting people know, say, hey, this is that. That is his way of trying to do things. It's going to be different from the way of the other one. Kufuor trying to do things. So we can try to say, okay, fine, because Kufuor did this because Mahama did this. So
it's Nana Akufo-Addo's. So that's Nana Akufo-Addo's leadership style. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. So no.
Okay, great. That's a wonderful leadership style to have.
Leadership style, right? You know, politics is politics, and politics can take any dimension or any direction.
We use the to elect our leaders, but the leader has to have a character of his own. It's what you are describing. This is how he wants to govern, and it's fine. It's acceptable that another will govern that way, and you know, no.
And we can say that is bad because because he said, he compared the constructions and all that. That is his way of the way I will govern or the way I will lead will be different from the way you will lead or you will govern, and each of us can be criticized based on what we do. You know,
okay.
So me, I just have a problem with that. But my only problem is, since the project is not done yet, we cannot sit here and compare this major project until all the auxiliaries and until everything is done. Then we can sit down and say, okay, fine. Was this the real amount that was used? Can we compare it to this based on the three construction as to, you know, one construction? And then after that, if it doesn't tally or if it tallies, trust me, I will sit here and talk exactly what how I'm talking now. Because say if you can't for the three you that amount to construct these three roads. Now Mahama you should start 200 whatever plans to construct only one road here. Then we have every right to what?
But
to
that's not the case, right? That is not the case. That's where the problem is. Because Leonardo is not even comparing what he's comparing. You know, what you pay for to construct, you have to actually pay for the houses, adjacent houses that have to be demolished. You have to pay for what you pay.
That's what I'm saying. This is just
what you pay for to construct a road in one location. Necessarily comparable to, you can't do those comparisons. And the engineer on this thing hasn't even told you. But like I said, if we want to do that, this conversation, we'll be speculating now. What I prefer to do is pull those two project documents and then we can talk about what, because this information is available. We can get it. If I can get it, my friend, if I can get it from you.
That's what I'm saying. This is just something that is why I have a problem with that particular comparison now, yeah or no. Because the project is not done yet. So we can't compare. So that is why I said I have a problem with that comparison.
So that's your 50-50.
Right. That's why I said I'm going to be 50-50 with, the whole situation.
Right. All right. So that's Cutie. Cutie is 50-50. Cutie says, if I'm though, I'll go and yop all day. That's it. My own is cheaper. But it's just that he's comparing. The numbers he's using, the numbers are not conclusive yet. So I know you are, ready to.
Everybody's ready to talk.
So go ahead, and I'm ready.
So at the end of the day, it's to go back to the same point, and you are confirming your anti-Nana, your anti-government destiny. You see, and you see. Listen to your own statement. Right. All the information that we are arguing about is available. You have it. So for the second interchange. Oh, can I finish? When you're talking, I keep quiet. Let me flow. Else I will let you talk. Because this is the things I know. I know how to do them. We want to finish here.
All right,
so when I listen to yours, you gotta listen to mine. Whether you like it or not. And I know how to do that very well.
Go ahead,
you are the host. You see, we can do the politics. We can try to make our case nice, just as Anna has done it. So you, the host, come and say, let's even compare the two. Pokwa say, blah, 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 blah. Auxiliaries are this, they paid for this, and he did this. You have the details, you sit in the office, you sit behind the computer, you are not giving. You are only doing the political that Paul will do.
No,
Paul,
come on.
So far, you are not giving the information because we just don't want to talk about Nana's time. He should have invited this. He did not invite. Or we don't know whether he was invited. He did not come. We don't. Okay. So we have to talk about the actuals. It is a fact that Second Intelligence got 260 million. The auxiliaries talk about the police station, the clinics, and agents, or you talk about, where are they? They talk about auxiliaries. How you NDC talk? They talk it big because you see, their modules of communication as defined by Baba Jama. They say, NDC, when they give you a coupon, go and say amount. So talk big, but the thing is very small. And that's what they do. And this is a fact. It was a 3 year. You sit here and you are doing conjectures. Okay, 3 years. 3 years. Same material. No. This is unacceptable, and I'm going to repeat it. Right? The fact of the matter remains that if Nanato had not come and it was still NDC, we will not be having ID card. They will be playing politics with it because we know the value and what is achieved. If Nanadu has not come, free SHS will not come. If Nanadu has not come, there will still be 3 years, not 4 years. But these people, they know how to inflate and chop the money, and then they will come and sit on radio and make the thing look like it, and then bastardize and say all this. Competent government, competent team is at play. Sit down and watch. We are not always going to get it right. We are not always going to get it right. We admit. And all the criticisms, when they come, we will accept. And we.
Anytime we can say, we should wait for Nana to finish what he's doing, right?
But
and then we'll sit down and piece of paper. And
more than that.
He said he has it. Why is he not giving us? Why is he not giving us? If you the host, how about the information that we need to make to speak to the issue? Why are you not giving us? He said it's public information. He doesn't have it. He's in politics. And as a host, you don't do politics on your show. You don't do your bidding for others.
Prices and you don't have any court case trying to prosecute them. What does that speak of you? You are in charge. You can take them. You have the Attorney General. Go and all the protests that you are claiming have been inflicted at people know how to prosecute the people. Prosecute the people. Don't sit on this place.
Was Abuga not imprisoned? Is Okondi not in court? Is the Thompsons not in court? Are the Thompsons not in court?
Yeah.
You know how many people have been jailed? Let me tell you on record. And let me listen to this. No. Let me put an information and fact on record. Under this republic, it is only NDC criminals who have been jailed.
By NDC.
It is a fact. Under this republic, from 1992 up to this time, all the criminals, the political thieves that have been put behind bars, it's NDC. And then they are the ones that have ruled more. They know how to talk, how to twist issues. But they don't know. They come and it is all criminal stuff. And a lot of them are going to go to jail. You watch it. It's just a matter of time.
Anyway, if you know, Paul is gone. Now you're about to hacker me. And then when I say something, you say, oh, by the way, Alfred, you are showing your anti.
But you are talking about an NDC than as a whole.
So if when another is done with all this construction, right, and then it has to be thrice the amount of what you put out there, what will be our defense now?
No, that is conjecturing. This is academic. The president talked about figures that have been agreed upon and signed, so we can speak to that. We cannot speak to maybe. We can't speak to maybe. What the president said, what the president said is what is on paper, agreed and signed, including in case of extra, all included.
Okay.
So it is not right now that we are going to say the 280 something is going to go up and that is what we have.
So now let me take a few comments with you. Because then I'll put everything on paper and then we'll come and talk about it.
Exactly. That's what we're gonna do.
I know definitely there will be some auxiliaries that is not on paper.
Oh, there are auxiliaries for the project. You see, that is why they don't mention the auxiliaries. You see, we've been talking for about an hour. They don't mention any auxiliary because the auxiliaries are irrelevant. That's why they've been talking auxiliaries for the past 3 years. 4 years.
You know for sure you are not an engineer. You know for sure that you cannot take a project, even a house.
All that you are saying, my point is that all that you are saying is you don't give us the figures and your auxiliaries. It can be a you are not talking. What are the auxiliaries?
Another house.
What are the auxiliaries? How many houses were demolished at Cycle? How many houses were demolished at Okopa? What are the auxiliaries? You don't have it. You don't have it.
Do all this and then attack me that I'm defending it.
Are you an engineer?
Fact is
fact.
Are you an engineer?
If you are an engineer?
If you are,
are you an engineer?
I'm not an engineer. I'm an accountant.
Okay. So go for the information and then we can talk. That's what you gotta do. You gotta information. We are all interpreting information here.
So I can give you some professional advice here. As an accountant, I know that when you're doing any project, you have
we are not. You see, we are not talking accounting here. You are talking about engineering. Now you switch to accounting.
Well, I am a certified management accountant, which is cost accounting. I actually do cost accounting. I have to cost every project, their bill of materials. That shows me I need to buy this many beams, this many. And if I'm adding one additional.
And I don't need this lecture. We need the actuals, we are conducting it. We need the actuals. What is this? You are an accountant and you are this. What are we? What are we supposed to do with what we are talking about?
Program that we can talk about the actuals. Let's bring those two projects as a topic, you and I, and we can bring Cutie in.
You You
just
always say all these things, they will never visit. They always will say these things, they will never bring it. Can we deal with what the president said? We are not here to talk about auxiliaries yet.
This program has 3 topics we table. So let's me and you commit that we will go and find that document. If you have it, definitely bring it. If I find it first, I find like we do, me and you in the back, we collaborate. I share documents with you, you share document with me. So let's not be on this program and pretend that we are enemies.
I am ready any day. You know me. I am ready any day. Go bring it. I don't have a problem with that.
So we'll schedule another program where we would debate, like you said, project for projects, and we will talk about the things that you were referring, the auxiliaries that we are talking about. Let's compare Pokwasi to
go and bring it. I don't have a problem with that. There is no point.
Okay, let me take a few comments that our listeners have been passing around. This is interesting, though. I love it. If it's energetic, I love it. It's energetic because that's where yeah, thank you. He's drinking some water too. That is good. Cutie, get some water break as I read his comments. But what we are saying is, Lifetime Legacy said, Nana Addo have no shames. Mahama Cat scored for all these projects. Well, the debate is out there again. It's Mahama did his version of Captain of Saul. The new government did their version of Captain of Saul, right? Ibrahim Mahama said, MPP is protecting the public purse. 4 more to do more. Ha ha ha. Okay, so he's not agreeing with the first protection part. He also says dishonesty man at his age still lying. So we're talking about when Leonardo was speaking in the video that we saw. And then he said Pokwasi. So Legacy is sending us a lot of information. Thanks for watching. Please share the show so your friends can watch us. He's saying that Pokwasi is Mahama's project. We know that because, of course, Mahama did get the funding for it. The plan was drawn by him. Of course, the new administration added to the plan, and they made claim to that. They actually took that credit, but they didn't, assign all of that credit that went to the plan. And even if you just added one thing and you are crediting yourself, right? Why don't you just credit the person who did instead of 3 people? You actually went further to people or make it known to people that, by the way.
That is what I was saying.
I think that is
this what we are doing here. It's actually like we are just scratching the surface of it. Because this topic itself, we can revisit it with facts and factuals about this.
Yeah, but every if I'm thinking about this situation, right? Think about this situation. I started building a house. I got all the way to the roof. You can't put the roof on it. You credited yourself because you put the roof on it and you got it cheaper on the project without even mentioning that I built it all the way to where the roof and you just put a roof on it. And you actually went out of your way. In other words, you didn't have to, but you went out of your way to put other projects and now compare them on that same day without even giving a letter of credit. I think it's shameful of a president. A president is what we are talking about. I think it's shameful of a president, and it's my opinion. I'm going to keep that.
That's what I personally have a problem with.
Yeah, let me.
Because if you are supposed to sit down and calculate,
I don't think I should be doing that on Saturday, cutie. Let me finish the other comments and we move on. Ibrahim says 137 MPP MPs and 137 MPP MPs, one independent NDC Speaker of Parliament. It is surprisingly NDC and MPP MPs are quiet about their candidates. Now, the Carlo thing, I have my own opinion on that. It's a loan. Of course, the government is responsible for some, but our MPs actually do a lot of work as well. So my only problem would have been if you've already gotten a loan for a car and you're getting another additional loan for a car and the government is supposed to pay the 60% of it, that is my problem. But as far as giving loans to our MPs and they are going to pay a portion of those loans as well so that they can acquire a car that they can use and all the places that they have to visit, I think it's in the right direction. We should do that. Sometimes we are too focused on the little thing. This is minor. What we are describing there is very minor. So if the MPP and NDC are quiet over it, I agree. They should be quiet. This is nothing. We have a whole country ahead of us to do. So that I wouldn't necessarily pursue. Okay. Legacy says, Alfred, Nana Addo didn't construct Pokwasi. Yeah, contractors awarded everything. You just give it supervise. So I agree with that. Lifetime, I know my cutie and other players disagree, but I'll let them talk about that in a minute. Like I said, if I will follow Nana to hell, I don't know if you will do that.
I can't see Effah anymore.
Effah is here. So I don't know if you follow Nana to hell, but yeah, there you go. Then Lifetime Legacy, I can say, this lady, you are too beautiful to so stop defending. I think that's what you're trying to say. They are too beautiful, but you should be an NDC.
Legacy, don't say that. I just want to be a concerned citizen,
And Lifetime Legacy say he wants to number. So Lifetime Legacy, I'll connect you in the back end and we can chat. Isaac says, what is going on? I think Isaac joined the show in the middle of that hate, so I saw his comment came through. But yes, we're just passionate about our positions. Paul was here, conducted it with Effah. So as Paul left, Effah is, saying all the things he wouldn't, which all the things he could be saying when Paul was there. So Paul can answer him. And anytime I try to, counter him, he labels me and say, I'm the host, I should be quiet so he can have his way. But I'm not going to let him have his way. Otherwise, the agenda wouldn't be interesting. It's fire. We love it. Akko Radio says, heated argument. Yes, that's my boss right there. I think he's gonna criticize me. Let's see. He said, I don't think there is anything wrong with continuing the project. Yes.
But then no, there's nothing wrong. But then awarding it to yourself and crediting it to yourself, that is a problem right there, though.
And Anakufado did it. So Lifetime Legacy says this lady is too beautiful to be defending MPP. The Bible make it clear in John.
Lord.
All right, Lifetime Legacy, you are engaging us today. We love it. And then Lifetime Legacy has a lot of messages for the Bible make it clear again. John, we read that. The last one here again from our number one contributor today, which is Lifetime Legacy. We love you. Please do tell your friends to tell their friends. Ghana Agenda is on. We got your Bible verse. We would make sure. Also for Mami, we'll take it to the Macau and continue that conversation.
But Alfred,
yes.
let me just say this real quick, right? Paul made some comments about Nanado saying about Mia has the sense in the whole world. You see, some people make idiomatic expressions. That doesn't mean say Akufo don't have any sense, in his mind or something. But I won't go deep into it. I'm waiting for Paul next week because I'm going to keep that. And next week, I'll talk about it when Paul is here.
Great. I'll let you do that. Let's bring that up when Paul comes next week. Effah, I know you are looking sad there. You shouldn't be. Any last one?
No. I just want to correct your lie. So you see, Paul, Alfred is getting the impression that you see he said you build a house, it is left with Brooklyn, then it didn't happen like that. That is not true. The interchange construction from salt cutting to completion was from 2018 to this. Yes, the loan. Yes, we are going to build an interchange. That was 2016, somewhere in November or something. Yes, nobody has disputed that. So you sign the agreement, so it is for you. You see, let me bring in here now. If you go and check the NDC's Green Book, right, there was about 9 hospitals that Kufuor signed agreement for. Listen to me properly. About 9 hospitals that Kufuor signed agreement for. Can you let me finish? See, I don't. We won't finish. That Kufuor signed agreement for, right? So Mahama came to start. It is not even completed. He came to start advantage. They have it in their books that it is Mahama's legacy. You listen to them. So this legacy thing. So we ask them. We have been asking this question: is it the person that signed the agreement, or the person that completes it? And then they will not even tell you. So who do you say is for the legacy? I am not even interested in the legacy thing, because you see them. They want to claim everything. Before sign alone, you came to start. You are not completed. Some will be completed, but you have it in your book that it's your legacy. Now you have also signed. Somebody has come to cut a sword and complete it. You say it's your legacy. You see the confusion they are creating because they don't want us to debate the relevant issues. They want us to talk about legacy. They don't want to talk about like the cost of project?
It's
Is
your
it the value of it? What are the things we are getting for these costs? How many of them can we get for Ghana? Which other part of the country needs some of these things? You see, they don't want us to have those debates. The real things that bring development. They want us to talk about, a personality was not invited. Why? And that is my issue. Oh, you said it, you should have said it another way. And that is the issue. You know what I mean? But meanwhile, all these times that we are waiting, right? Talking about Muhammad should have invited and not invited and blah blah blah. Even when Rollins was alive, they were not inviting him to function. We could have talked about, this is nice. This is nice, right? So which other part of the country? We have Tamale, we have this, we have this. Where else? Where else? So that the NDC will come and tell us that, Charlie, we have this here, or we have that here, so this is what is on the next agenda. You come here and talk about somebody that was not invited. They invite him and he's paying for it, so they think we have time for that. We don't have time for that.
Comic relief in it. Maybe they didn't invite him because he didn't go to the 6 match.
All right. Okay. Great. I know.
We don't have time for that. Ghana gotta go forward.
Okay, we gotta go forward. I know you are very excited about the next thing I'm introducing here, which is the foreign direct investment. And Akufo-Addo says he's building the country, so be quiet. You can't even go and demonstrate. I'm just making that part. Well, it's true. You really can't even go and demonstrate, right? And so the people broke that jeans the other day. But we are saying that
is false. That's a lie.
All right. I know you will say that too. So,
and this is just what they demonstrated a few days ago. Why are you saying all these things?
Yeah, and so how many times have they gone to court against the fist?
Okay, but you said Nanato said nobody can go the way. He hasn't said that anywhere. So don't lie and put words in his mouth.
Demonstrators and trying to tell them not to demonstrate. The fact that he didn't
nobody, Nanato has not told people they cannot go to a demonstration. No, that is not true.
The Attorney General works for him. He works under his direction. He works for him. He represents the president when he goes to court, the republic. So he's working for him. He can tell the Attorney General to back down. Don't bother the demonstrators. Let them go. How do you allow the NDC people? Have you lifted the executive orders you have there? But you allow NDC people.
No. You lied by saying Nanato said. Nanato has not said people cannot go on demonstration. That I'm telling you is a lie.
You went to court. You went to court. Injunction after injunction.
Nanato has not said people cannot go on demonstration. You are lying.
Okay, let's talk about the foreign direct investment.
Everything that a particular leader of a particular section or of government, and then you say another should have said this, another should have. When you do that, you try to give a dictator, right?
Because here's the thing. The fish gets rotten from the top. You are the president. You put in an order that because of COVID and
the president is not the law. The president is the head of the executive, not the head of the judiciary, and not the head of parliament. You need to know how government runs. The president does not dictate everything in the country, not even in Ghana. So stop lying.
So it just took the Attorney General to all of a sudden come to his sense now.
They can't come about. I'm not going to put this is what happened. This is what happened.
Well, I would appreciate it if we can, just go one after the other.
But when you stop putting words into the mouth of the president, because everybody is listening to you. So if you go out there and say, Nanato said he's building that so nobody can go on demonstration, that is a lie, and that is not good coming from you. That is why they stop doing the building of the NDC. If you want us to have a conversation, we do it. Yeah, as a host, don't be playing with stuff like that. People take it serious.
I'm just stating what the government of Nana Akufo-Addo is doing. The government of Nana Akufo-Addo,
but Nana Akufo-Addo has not said. Nana Akufo-Addo has not said people should not go on demonstration.
Nana Akufo-Addo came out to say demonstrators shouldn't go to the
state.
So
why are you lying on him then? Why are you lying as a host?
Oh, come on. I told you, the Attorney General works for him. You are heckling. That's what it's almost sounding like.
No.
Attorney General, when Mahama did something or Minister under Mahama does something, you ascribe it to Mahama. You say the president, our government is central. Everything, all the boss stuck with the president. He is the appointer. He can tell the Attorney General
know better.
to not pursue a specific cause. He can do that. He can
You
do
should
that.
know better. But in government, they are lawyers.
Oh, come on. All right. So Nana Akufo-Addo's government prevented these Fix the Next Country demonstrators from even getting
That is not true. That is not true.
supposed to do.
You see,
Demonstrators guarantee and
you are
Article
wanting
21
to bring
of our constitution.
Nana's name
When
into
Nana
this. That is not true.
Nana
And I'm not
Akufo-Addo's
here
government
and what you make that
has-
propaganda and the bidding for NDC. That is not true.
Anyway, good things happening in Ghana. The president said he's building a country, he's bringing investors in. Those investors are assembling cars in Ghana. Here's an example. Toyota is made in Ghana. He's providing jobs. But are you feeling it as a Ghanaian? Now, should the president, I think my real question is, we also have a domestic car manufacturing companies like Katanka, and I'll keep posting this question. Should we now be protecting our impact industry so that they can grow and be capable of competing with the likes of the international conglomerates before we unleash the competition on them? Right now, Katanga would have to compete with Toyota in the Ghanaian market to make car sales. So is this a proper thing for the president or the administration to do? And if I'll start with you.
Yeah, thank you very much. So this discussion where we stand in a moment, I think it doesn't help. If we are looking at the discussion, we have to look at our history from where we're coming from. Now let's look at the auto industry in Ghana. We all know that the Ghanaian market is flooded with foreign stuff, right? Then all of a sudden we had Kantanka. So how as a nation, you see, how have we brought Kantanka up to now? And that is what should be the subject of discussion. Me personally, I have a problem with the line of product Kantanka has. These are high-end cars. It is the whatever. I mean, the least cost of a car from Kantanka is about, I don't know, maybe new ones have been made. But if you go and check on their website, the cheapest is about 70,000 Ghana cedis. I mean, how do you expect the ordinary Ghanaian to afford these things? And you know, Ghana, we don't really have this financing thing, unless, you know, like top government and where they are easily identifiable and stuff like that. You know, we have a problem with identifying the nationals, which we are working on right now. So specifically what this government, I don't know about what the previous government did for Kantanka, and then I'll come to this. This government came, the last time that I checked, they've ordered about over 500 cars from Kantanka for various government agencies. Now, the government has also granted Kantanka a 10-year tax-free on imports, so that they'll be able to import stuff that they need for their products. So that is the best that the government can do for the local auto industry. And the government is doing that because we believe that, you know, we believe in the private sector, and we also believe that the Ghanaian is capable of also manufacturing and doing all these kind of stuff. But having said that, the demand and the capacity that we need in the country, Kantanka cannot meet. We only have to build Kantanka over time, which is what government has put in place. And also, you know, the private sector, they remodel the way they do their stuff, come low and be able to, you know, capture some of the aspects that they are not capturing in recent times. Then you look at the auto industries.
Well, be clear on that. Capture the aspect of what they were not capturing before.
Yeah, like you see, what I'm saying is that their cars are very expensive. They have to come down. Like, you know, people, and there are a lot of cars being used for taxi. These Matrix and the Toyota Matrix and the Aboboyas and the Pragias. You know what I mean? These are like 10,000, 15,000 people can buy and use. So if Kantanka can come that low and even more cheaper, then you can compete in the market. You get what I mean? So that is an advice to Kantanka if I meet them or if they are listening. Or if
Kantanka should be making a Aboboya. That's what you're saying, right?
Excuse me?
Kantanka should start making a Aboboya. Is that what you're saying?
I mean, not specifically Aboboya, but something in that range, because Aboboya has a very chunk. It's appealing to a chunk of the population.
What's stopping the government from helping them do that? Or it all resides in a fast head, so it hasn't made it to the. What stops the government from helping them do that?
That I'm not privy to any information, but government cannot really force Kantanka on their business model and what they do.
As somebody who studied MBA and knows that when countries actually want to intervene in a specific market segment, they even subsidize. In the United States here, there are products that are subsidized so that we can get it for cheap. So the competition. So what prevents the government from doing any of that?
So my point is that my government has done what I've not seen any government done for Kantanka. And we cannot do everything like that, you know. So we build it over time. So, and it is not going to be always MPP in power. So what will be government policy on that? How can we build on what government has given? 10-year tax-free, ordering some cars.
Unfair competition. You've given them unfair competition. All of a sudden, they have now to compete with BW, Toyota, etc., etc.
Yeah, but we agree. You and I agree with that. You and I, we all agree that, okay, so even if Toyota don't come, people will still import it into the country. It is not even these cars that we line up. There's a lot of importation from the cars in America, the Chevys and all over the world, China and all over the globe. There is that importation. So,
but governments use those, like even Nigeria, and sometimes they close their border for even common thing like rice to come in because they're trying to protect their rice farmers. Right. They're trying to grow a rice production base.
But what I'm saying is that you see, we have to have that long term, whatever. Right? This government, what they've done, what they have is what they've done, right? So we can add as a policy, and then, you know, if something is not happening, we can start with maybe appealing to our MPs, you know, the citizens, and, you know, push, and then over time, we have it over a period. We have a consistent plan. It doesn't matter which party is in power, it goes on. So this one has, what are we doing? Yeah, but if you are talking about building Kantanka to take over the whole country, it is not something that is going to be done within 8 years.
But I'm saying that certain steps that you take can change a corporate thing. For instance, if you introduce a competition to an infant company, you are almost killing it. You will not like. So I'm saying that strategically, as a government, you use these trade policies to protect certain sectors. So if the government wants to really have Kantanka become that Ghana brand that we can also export to the Londons, we can export. Look at this car you are looking at right now. It's made by Kantanka. If we can also export this into other countries, but that production, that segment or sector of our economy need to be protected. But we let other producers who have scale, who produce on a global level, who we can compete with. The prices they will charge, we cannot compete with those prices because their cost of production is way lower. It's way lower than what you expect of a small Kantanka who is just trying to fit. So you are kind of, it's like you are bringing a 300-pound person to fight with a 100-person pound.
Yeah, what you said is a good point. Now, Ghana, as we have now, it is not only the auto industry that we have a problem with imports. So we cannot limit. If we want to talk about foreign direct investment and the auto industry and stuff like that, we have all these problems in the agri sector, in almost all our sector. I don't have the figures right now, but what is it that we don't import into Ghana? Yes. What is it that we don't?
We'll bring the figures next time and we'll debate it.
What is it that we don't import into the country?
Right.
I don't even know if we stop importing chalk and toothpick. So you see, this is my thing, right? You see, you cannot all of a sudden wait for your teeth to get brown and you want to get out. You can't. All that you said makes sense, but a policy, consistent policy, grow over time. Says yes, we can add more to it, right?
No, I destroy this has very deep implications because the
no, I disagree. I don't think so.
Yeah, this has this debilitating effect on. And first of all, well, somebody's correcting me and saying that I think the lifetime legacy is saying effort. Please point of correction. Toyota is not manufacturing; they are just assembling in Ghana. But I'm saying that when you introduce unfair competition to a company that is just trying to get on their feet, they are selling their cars, like you said, 70,000 Ghana. I mean, how are they gonna, even their employees are, how many cars are they selling? So they can, if you look at the profit they are making and how they have to spread it over their cost, they're not selling that many cars. So the building that they are they pay rent for is probably about the same size of building Toyota, but Toyota is global. Their costs.
I will not. Okay, I will not argue the way you are going about it. I will rather tell government, government, and I go into signing some of these contracts. So as for competition in the public space, you can let it open. But I will rather say, for instance, the loan that we were giving to the parliamentarians to buy cars, we will say we are giving this money to Kantanka, so all parliamentarians should go get car from Kantanka. Government can easily do that, right? I will go for government vehicles because we want to grow this. But that hasn't happened. In the future, so we can begin to have that conversation and grow it over time.
2 more years. You think they will do that? You think they should do that? Maybe you can tell your people,
okay,
right?
So there is little me and you can do, right? We can make all these suggestions, but it takes a long time for it to become policy decision. Right? We have to take through a lot of things. So I believe
strictly from Kantanka.
Yeah, I believe we are not going to end the conversation here. Me, what I want is not for us to go for price control. You order from Kantanka. If the government is ordering from Kantanka or has a percentage every year, Kantanka, we need this from you or that number from you to feed maybe the education ministry or to fish information ministry or to be given to farmers or whatever. Gradually, we can grow Kantanka. Right? It is a policy and it is agenda that we have to take on as a nation. What I'm saying is that this government has done this. It is small. How can we push it? But if we are saying that Toyota coming into Ghana is going to kill Kantanka, I disagree. Because you see, with or without this assembly, it is not only Toyota. With or without this assembly, they were importing them. If you know the number of cars that leaves Chicago here every week. Even with COVID and all that, and all this
but hear me out. It's not like we stopped the importing. We are importing, and now we are actually even assembling in the country. So I'm saying that even though you are importing, if you import, you may be importing a brand new car. The duties are high, and so now that these people are assembling in the country, they bypass that duty. Okay, that importation duty is bypassed. They are selling in the Ghanaian market, now directly competing with the only other company that is also assembling in Ghana, and which is a Ghanaian company.
They only bypass it. They only bypass the duty if they have tax-free. They don't bypass it if they don't have tax-free. So unless, of course,
if you're buying brand new car from Kantanka, you are not paying import duties either. You're not paying import duty. You may pay VAT on your purchase, but you're not paying import duty. You're not paying all the things that go into the import duty. Duties. So I'm saying you're bypassing that, and they're in direct competition.
Oh, I get your point. Yeah, but my argument is also that you see the assembling will bring additional benefit than. Because you see, what they are assembling in Ghana, assembly or without assembly, they are going to import them. You get my point. You know that there are some people that do not even repair their cars in Ghana. Do you know that?
If you support Kantanka, they can provide exactly the same service. It's a Ghanaian-owned company.
Oh, yeah, sure. I perfectly agree with you on that. We are not arguing on that. But you see, that support for Kantanka, we have to grow it over time. You get my point.
With this trade agreement, I say introducing Toyota kind of makes it a little bit of challenge. It's not going to be easy because even America, today, as we sit in America, there are products that are heavily subsidized. So we can get in America for cheap so that they can protect. Even China does it. It's something countries do. Nigeria does it. It's thing countries, presidents of countries makes decisions that I am going to provide this sector of my economy by not introducing a competition. So I will ban importation of that specific, or I'll put higher tariff on that specific product, just so you can allow a takeoff of a company that is in that space to grow. But introducing a competition, Katanka has no chance. Anyway, I want to hear from the lady too, but you can rebut after the lady, and then we'll do our last words and go. Cutie, your mic.
You see, Alfred, this is why I have a problem with Ghanaians and this change that fix the country and fix your attitude. Let me ask you this question, Alfred. If Katanka is producing a car that is worth $1, and you are a citizen of Ghana, would you buy that car?
Why
Just
not?
because it was made in Ghana, would you buy it?
Why not?
Okay. So if you choose about 100 people, right, and it's only 2 that will buy made in Ghana product, just like Effah is saying, with the car or no, it's true because remember I was making this argument on Maka. Like Effah is saying, right? People, whether we manufacture or we assemble or we do whatever, people will still order from foreign countries and it will be shipped to them. Cool. Well, I mean, in this angle, right? It will give us money, it will give us employment or whatever, which is good. And it benefits the economy as well. And with this one too, I'll go 50-50, right? However, what you are saying is you would like to see the government invest in Katanka to make more, which I support you on that. I will see that the government will help even the upcoming engineers and the upcoming students, so we will be able to brand or make our own cars and stuff. But as to say Ghanaians will purchase it, this is another problem, right? So we can sit here and criticize Toyota coming into Ghana, doing this, doing that. But even if I will support you by saying it's okay, the government should invest in this, the government should invest in that. Will Ghanaians purchase it? Because if the government invests all this money into this auto sector, right, and we produce cars, we produce whatever, we support Katanka, will Ghanaians buy it? Even if it's $1, will Ghanaians buy it? That's the problem, So
I can tell you this fact that there was a time that we all loved maybe because it was even cheaper than the Ghanaian clothes, right?
I didn't want to start from the beginning.
I said there was a time that we all like Obroniwao, right? Like Ghanaian clothes.
That is what I'm saying, right?
Because it was cheaper than Ghanaian clothes. But guess what? It doesn't mean the Ghanaian will not patronize the thing I'm wearing right now, which is Odinihu. Credit to Odinihu. But I'm saying the Ghanaian will really patronize the product. If you make quality product, they'll patronize it. Government support the company, grow it, buy quality Katanka car for us. We will patronize it. Katanka doesn't have cars lying. Katanka didn't have cars lying on their shelves. They can't find buyers for it. When they make the cars go. But Katanka doesn't have the scale to produce to meet the demand, which is something Effah alluded to.
Was saying that it's making the prices high.
Well, besides their production cost is high because they're smaller companies, so they're overhead
right
compared to Toyota. But we are saying that Katanka doesn't have the scale to produce to meet the demand. And therefore, we have to go bring somebody. So
I agree with that.
All the government needs to do is
even the government
using policy. So I'm saying all the government needs to do is using trade policy. Using that trade policy to hold the demand, because if you say you can even put higher tariffs on imports, it's going to make it very prohibitive. It's going to make it very expensive for somebody to bring a Toyota import to the country. So you're holding the demand with that trade policy. Then you incentivize Katanka to scale up their production. And see if people would buy it. Because people can't. And that is what we say in leadership.
Let me tell you this. I know people that buy cars, high-end cars, right? That is even more expensive than Katanka's car, right? Why wouldn't they use that money to buy Katanka? Why? Because of brand name. Okay, right. So even if we take the cost from there, will people want to buy a made in Ghana product? You know what Katanka is a made in product, right? Almost saying a Ghana car. Where would you cry for?
No. People are dropping now. I'm saying that people are buying all their products. You go to Katanka showrooms, there's no car. They are not there suffering from sales.
Right, I understand that.
Hear me. They can produce enough car to meet the demand. So that's what we are saying. But I would like for you to wrap up.
How many people have you seen driving Katanka cars? Let's take Effah Ameyah example. If it is not government companies and the government sectors and all that, how many of our common people know who say and they have money. People are rich in Ghana. And just like people are poor. People are rich in Ghana. And even if the government, I support you on that part, say, yes, government should, put money. And my personal thing is, government should even invest in the upcoming engineers so we can produce our own, we can produce our own brand of cars, and other things. But with that being said, are we Ghanaians going to purchase it if we do this?
I think
we are our own enemies.
No, I think Ghanaians will purchase it. With the right trade policy, I think Ghanaians will purchase it. Yeah. So if I would like for you to kind of quickly, I have some comments that I'd like to read quickly, and then if I want you to wrap up, today's show for me. I know today it's one of those days I've been dreaming of, so that in fact you come on with a lot of energy, and you show up with a lot of energy, even though you fought me a lot, but it's all part of the show, right? Legacy lifetime against his effort, please, point of correction. I think I've read that already. And then Ato Covenant So is one of our, constant supporters. Is always feedback, and we love the feedback. It's one of you sharing our links all the time, and we appreciate it. So he made a comment. He says, "So Nanado is longing to satisfy his wife and his friend's wife with heavy salary, which they truly know they don't deserve. And you guys have closed your eyes and ears to discussing Kataka. Your last word." So, Cutie, that reminds me. And this has been a problem, though, and I'm going to make my position known on this as well, but I would like to hear what you have to say before. So, our former president's wife, sometimes, after they leave government, majority of the presidents actually passed on. And you can see the wives sometimes, it's life in Ghana, one day you are good, and things are not so good for you. But it's been a problem. This is problem Ronnie is actually trying to address before came, but it has been things they were doing in the background, things that were included in our constitution. No act of parliament actually mentioning that wives or spouses of the president should be paid in emoluments after their husband. But we know that their lives are changed forever once they get those positions. So, should Ghana be paying our president's wives and the vice president's wives? What do you think about that?
Yeah, I didn't see crowd, but I disagree with that. I disagree with that. Even though when your husband is a president and you have certain responsibilities and other stuff that you are entitled to. But to me, I would say the president's wife shouldn't be paid. And never go how fine. You do it out of sacrifices and out of supporting your husband and stuff like that. However, setting these huge amounts. So I was looking at the amounts, and I was looking at something yesterday. So just
21,000 is about $3,000 a month.
No. That as for that one, I disagree with that. Totally disagree with that. If your husband is a president, yes, you are a first lady. You get certain Nyama be on the side, but to set a payment scheme saying Chiao can pay you your husband also, no. Because there's a lot of legal
again, more potatoes. We actually lose a whole lot of money to judgment debt for nothing done. And here we are saying that if you look at these women, everywhere they go, everywhere they go, there are people who, because of the positions they occupied before, there are people asking for favors. They are paying school fees for more. It's just the demand on them is ending. And these people, they can't even go and apply for a job and get a job. You used to be a former first lady. It's not going to be. So why they chose that life? But almost they are missed. They can't even form a company and gain a contract because their husbands are, former heads of state. So it's not a life they chose. How do we not protect them by at least giving them $3,000 a month? That's what we are talking about. Former first lady. That's not no money.
Oh yeah, that I disagree with. Me, I agree with say we should give them protection, because we should know where they are. Or they muscle and all that. So protection and certain incentive is okay. But setting money aside and I say making it like it's something that we have to be doing every single month. No. So you have to just go find something to do. You have to work or something like that, because you being a second lady, or you not being a second or former second lady, doesn't deter you from working, or doesn't stop you from working or doing anything like that.
It does, because you just can't go and apply for a bank and get a job like the ordinary person would do.
Right.
And all the scandals, people will see you and the things that we publish every day. It's just not the life you bargained for. But let me go to Effah also and see what he has to say.
Yeah, I think that we should channel more money to certain sectors and not into.
But the money we are talking about here is small potatoes. I'm telling you. But let me go to Effah. Effah, what do you have to say on this?
Before that, a quick comment on the Toyota thing. Me personally, I think that all these companies coming in is good. I don't think it's going to kill Kantanka. If right now, just as you are saying, Kantanka cannot even meet demand locally. The little ones that people are asking, they cannot come. What we need to do as a country is to grow Kantanka and give it that capacity to build and also to compete. We can do it as a nation, and we are capable, and that should be done. I don't have a problem with that, but it has to be long-term thing. It cannot. You see, we have to plan our life. This our attitude where we sit down and all of a sudden we want things fixed like that. It doesn't happen anywhere. Whatever we are witnessing here, it has taken years to build over time, and then they improve upon it. You don't have it in the first place. And all of a sudden,
we are saying that you can do a singular trade policy. A singular trade policy.
We don't. Okay. Listen.
We don't have the
policy. You are not hearing me. If you don't hear me, we will talk. You don't have the policy. Put the policy in place. I mean, well, you can do. You don't have it. Go and fucking do it. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah. So we have not even started. We don't. You see, how long have we been mining gold? Have you seen gold in Ghana before? Have you seen it with your eyes? Me, I have never seen gold. So we can sit down and talk. We have been running this. We make this. Go and see the amount of money they make in gold, and we don't have a gold industry in the country. So we don't have it. Let's start. It is we don't. We raise the awareness, and then we move on there. So
we're not importing gold into Ghana.
All these cars that are coming in, I think it's good for the economy. It's going to create employment and blah 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 blah. Whether you do or you don't do, people are going to import. So bring them and let them help the economy build it and stuff like that. And build Kantanka too.
I think we dodged the question, but go ahead.
Oh, you asked a question like what?
I was asking you, what do you think about bringing these companies into?
It is not gonna. No,
Marafa, we actually finished that conversation. We went on to other things. You brought it back up.
Yeah, I don't think. Okay, so you say it won't. So I say it won't. So let's see. Let Kantanka come and say, even when we make the cars, people will not buy. Right now we don't have that. I didn't want to say this, but I'll put in another for the 70,000 one because I can't buy I wanted the K7. The SUV is like 140,000 cedis.
How much is the Toyota? How much is the what do you call it? Toyota 4Runner in Ghana?
I don't know.
Yeah, it's about the same. So. You know,
but you see, you are not getting the drift. It is the affluent that buy the new ones.
Yeah. So why are you trying to buy that?
Most people rely on the Savage and the blah 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 one, the cheaper ones, and that is what. So Kantanka would have to come to a model and then change that. I don't know, but you say I agree with you. They will need government this thing to be able to do that. I perfectly agree with you on that, and government ought to do that. No ways about that. Now. This one, on the issue of the first ladies, I am not talking as a communicator. I am talking as a Ameyah.
As a person,
as a person. Now, and here, this is my take.
Right.
I don't even think they deserve allowance. No. You know me. I'm serious. I am not. If I talk as a communicator, I'm not going to talk this way because I'm a communicator. It's something they've given. I got to do that work, but I'm commenting as a person.
Okay.
Because anything they tell me on that, I'm not going to. The best you get is no comment.
Yeah, but tell us the reason why you don't think they deserve anything.
But I'm talking as no, this thing when it came to let me give you the history of this this thing, and that is how you're going to understand.
We'll make it
The
quick
argument, my phone is this thing. The argument that they are giving for which they started this, to me, is all bogus. It doesn't apply. We are just giving more to the top hierarchy. It has to stop at a point.
Right.
I've been asking a question that nobody has answered.
Right.
Why do we even have to give them allowance? Why? Can somebody tell me?
Why not? Can they go and get unemployment anywhere?
No. Okay, we are having for this. Let's have a conversation.
Yeah.
Why should we give First Lady allowance?
Oh, me. No, the reason why I was saying allowance and not pay, because you said sometimes, Alfred, were you talking? Sorry.
No, go ahead.
But sometimes, like Baomia's wife came here, and I'm happy to meet her. In Philadelphia when I was in Jersey, came to do like a seminar, came to talk about certain stuff and all that. So Juma, he has to devote time to do all this.
Juma as what? Juma as what? For what?
The country.
Let's say if she was working for somebody, he has to take time off to go do these things as well.
Okay. Let me cut you, Kudi. Let me cut you. I want specifics. Yemfa from 2017 to 2000. Now Yemfa Rebecca. Or Juma for Ghana at what? For which you should give it allowance at what?
Rebecca had a whole foundation of her own that she runs, right?
And so we should pay her. Is that what you're saying?
No.
Is those presidential first lady foundations? First ladies are usually given, even in another state here, they are given a course. Some of them will go into education, like Nancy Reagan did. They pick specific campaigns that they are dedicated to. But beyond that, I think one of the reasons is the first lady can't go and get the job. They can't.
Why not?
Why not?
Judy, Sakodia is working on the road. The paparazzi you think the police need security? You think the president?
So here's my take. You're complaining about this. No? Do you know allowance or much? Allowance is a defined. What they were trying to do, is to give it a definitive. Allowances can be higher than even salaries and pay.
Right.
I've been following. I've been trying to convince myself the reason for which first lady should be paid allowances. I haven't found any. I don't have a justification for it. I don't have anything to stand on. And it means that allowance is the Quran. You see, all that they are talking about, first lady. And okay, so Yemfa Mobako. Yemfa Fatia. It is expected, say, that is what has been said. Whether it works or it doesn't work. It is my duty to make sure that okay.
Yeah.
And it's only one man who should go and take care of it. Okay, or Ghana. So would their country setting? Would they? They don't. We haven't set that one up. What they say? And to Fatia. Nashanimba and nominate nothing. It is all my mere group and pempen. So because I say the mom is not going to work or a former first lady. And fat and Kunoma nominate you know what we have until they cannot look after their dad. After their mom, young for runners, and to say, I say, without allowance, Nana Kunedu, obey more bosse, Yehuna, obey Titia Sampam, that is not true. I'm yet to be convinced by anybody. That is what the case is. Now, there may be one or two of them, maybe near you be until I leave it like that because I can fix a country no come out. And go on you and the system will take care of it. Whether by
making himself to the extent where he can support. Of course, I thought he's saying that Mrs. Biden is still teaching, but our first lady cat walking, sitting home, sipping cold juice at our expense.
That's what I'm saying. Our first ladies cannot work. But the first ladies cannot work.
The argument now is starting from 2000. They justify a shame on the same Ghanaian.
But if I'm not understanding my term of allowances, it's not saying every month I'll say I'm on allowance. My allowance is say when they go out of their way to do something to help the community.
Cutie, hear this. We are overpowering the people at the top. I don't want to be a. If somebody becomes a president, what they say? Me salary a watch no. What just go? Into the arrangement to be a mawayi. What just go? Mahama, ama me ye bioma. Said you need a training car not to no. You be training car without benefit. And on top of that, what's it? Who you know? We are at Tia Sampam. Mama me, I am opposed to even allowance, let alone salary.
Okay. Let's say you are the president, right?
Right.
You are the president. You're trying to say, I'm your wife, right?
Last word after that, so we can.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And I'm your wife, right? And let's say I work for company A. Today, I have to take time off to go and speak to the youth of Africa, right? Would it be a fair idea or a fair judgment, say, me traveling and, taking time off my job to go do this, no? At least if you give me transportation or
what is Adwasafu doing? What is Adwasafu doing there?
She's an MP.
Why are you bringing that?
The women and children are first. What is she doing that she can't go? And the directors and those who and all these government they're taking allowances that they cannot go.
But sometimes the president's wife step into things that means
more allowance. Allowance maybe stretching salary.
So we have to come down. We have to come down with a certain percentage. It's not huge than their salary. That's what we have to do.
We are in this country. We are doing. If we are not doing anything, at least our former first lady and second lady, we should be able to take care of them. We shouldn't have a situation.
No. We should not take care of them.
Second lady,
not take care of them.
After they
that's why I enjoy. That's why I enjoy enjoyment when our time comes to an end. This debate, well, I friend I started with allowance. That was 2000. And our salary. Yeah, but the amount for it will happen. It's not just a joke. Okay, the woman is a no one for an answer for an swat the chat and from our shop. I'm the minister.
My form of allowance is not something they have to give them every month to. That is if you go out of your way to do something that benefits the country.
Former first lady, young commander,
The only thing is if you get a Muslim president or somebody who's a traditionalist, with 7 wives, then we are on the hook for a lot. And me, like I would pretend I have 7 wives and just so I can take care of a few women, right?
I totally opposed to it. We are probably don't have to talk too much. But I'm speaking as a family, not as a communicator.
As a communicator, yeah, Cutie, it's a beautiful wrap of the show today. I know this is your first time, and you've not disappointed. Like I knew you were not going to. If I was gonna love you, definitely, I knew that coming in, and that actually happened. So I got one thing right today. I knew you were gonna love Cutie, and hopefully I'm right. So, Cutie, give us a beautiful wrap of everything today and how you find it.
I mean, I love it. So just like you've been muting us, to me, hitting, about that. Next time I'll be controlling the thing myself, and I'll be unmuting myself.
Yeah. Oh no, you were getting some sound from you. So,
oh really?
What I was doing is, like, if you are not talking, I take your mic out to kind of make sure that sound doesn't come. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought you were muting me because you didn't.
No, not on purpose. Me, I want to hear more.
Yes, but it's been a beautiful show. I mean, I love diversity, and I love the way the show goes. You know, like even on Maka, I always say opinions are like noses. The fact that I have my opinion doesn't mean that is what it's supposed to be. And this makes the show nice because it's not only NDCs watching, it's not only MPPs watching. And I love what Effah just did. It's not because they put in the party you know, things that is not right to crown now. We have to make it right. No, this is Ghana. It is my Ghana. It is your Ghana. It is our Ghana. It's I say, yeah. So I mean, I love the show so far, and I will. In fact, starting to be a lot of my mama, so I mean, no problem. I have to be cool.
Don't worry, you are on. Confidence. Don't worry.
So I love it. I mean, so far it's been amazing. I love it. Yeah.
Thank you so much. So, if you leave, what would you? Any, one single word for the viewers before you leave?
I didn't hear what you said.
As the viewers, you want to leave them with any comments?
Yes.
Etc.
The viewers have been so amazing. I mean, your comments, keep the comments coming, and also share. Because I will share and what is going on, will come and watch and also get him or herself educated, you know. So share, like, and the comments, let it come. Because the show is not for me, it's not for Alfred, neither is it for Effah, it's for all of us. So keep the comments coming. And also tomorrow, which is Sunday, a heated argument, a heated show, Maka is coming on. So come and watch that as well. Alfred is going to be on. We call him the political guru because indeed he's a guru. So all of you move there and come and watch him again and share as well.
All right. Thanks so much for that. And I'll give you my review after this. I'm going to tell you how well you did, how well you didn't do, but I think it's fantastic. This is a day I've been praying for, and you gave it to me. Just that, you know, I wish our other colleague is here. But in any case, you know, hopefully next week we'll have him in and the debate. Great show again. What are the last words for our viewers? Just what do you think about this show? I know you are going to find me as NDC, but what do you want to improve on, etc. In fact, thanks again for coming. Give us your last words.
Thank you very much. It is always an opportunity for you to be called and contribute towards the development of the country. I am always available. If I have the time, you know, I will make it. But don't worry if the NDC people don't come. They only will come and do propaganda and stuff like that. If we get a chance, you know, we will all be here and contribute towards development. But it is important. It is important that when we come here, right, we may have our biases. We may disagree and all that. We may hit each other. But it is not personal. After this, you know, it's all, you know. Alfred, you know. Even behind the scene, we fight more than this. So this one is just me. I am a very passionate guy. I love my country. I go there and I have a lot of issues with my own party. With some things I tell them behind the scene, but I come here, I'm not going to allow you. So I'm not going to allow you to punch me. I know some of the things you are right, but I won't let you just punch me like that. So it's a great show. This show is meant for greatness, and you see it. You know, even though sometimes you may have problem with your hosting, you are still a great guy. We will admit that. You know, so viewers, when you come on here, this is Ghana. We all love our country. We want it to go in a certain way that it's not going. It is taking us too long, and everybody contributes. Come and be with us. When we go overboard, we are human, so forgive us. You know, we admit that sometimes I admit that sometimes I overdo it. Forgive me, right? But I'm passionate about my country. I'm passionate about what I do, and I put in the effort. And you see, I speak it within my conviction. I don't get it right at all times. Sometimes I'm wrong. I get it, but that is my conviction, and I'll go with it. So thank you very much. And Cutie, it's been a great time with you. You did great. You punch where you're supposed to punch. You know, you part where you're supposed to part. Keep it up. And when we get a chance, we'll join you on Maka. Keep it up. Your boss is a great guy. And let's make this show the best out there. You know, the best. We can do it. We are capable. You know, we shouldn't think that the best belongs to some other people. We are all the image of God. We are created with the quality and the ability to do whatever we put our mind to. So, Alfred, keep it up. Thank you very much. And greetings to everybody. Thanks a lot.
Man, Kakape, I said we have the best political show on Facebook, and you are a big part of that. And like I said, every week you come in, deliver, and we appreciate it. I know the fight that goes on behind the scene. Viewers,
you see my Brandon.
See that?
You see my Brandon. I have to send you guys one each. Kakape.
I hear you. I hear you. We'll wear it on your birthday. Yeah, so that is Kakape. Kakape is really good, represents his party very well, very passionate guy. I've learned a few things today. Of course, I know Kitty can do politics. That is very interesting discovery, and we'll keep her coming back to the show. I've also learned that John 10 verses 10 to 20 says Cutie cannot be defending the government because Bawumia came to lie. Anyway, this is the Ghana agenda for the July. Today's July 10th, right? 2021. I know I've said so many things about Akufo-Addo, but listen, this guy came, he got a contract that was awarded to build a flyover. He expanded it, he finished the job. My only problem with him is I thought we should be celebrating that. We should all hail him. Charlie, sometimes as a king, you just need to relax and enjoy those moments. Don't mix it up with some little unnecessary minor things. That was my problem. This is the same person who is introducing Toyota and all. I think I would have done it differently. I would have protected Katanka and let Katanka scale up so that we can export Ghana to the rest of the world. Just like we spot our Zonto and everybody was doing So anyway, thanks for watching us. Please come back next week. In the meantime, tomorrow, me and Cutie will be hosting Maka. You think the argument here is heated? Join us tomorrow. You would love it. It's the same time frame. We come on at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time or 1 p.m. Central Time. Make it a date. It's Maka on Trend Africa TV. Kakape will be back with us next week. Kakape, would you be on another show that you want to quickly share with people before you leave?
Oh, yeah, I'll be on a show tomorrow, and I'll share it on my Facebook and other places.
Okay.
So, yeah. And there's a couple of events that is coming up in Chicago. A lot of the city is opening up, so people should just look up, go and enjoy yourself out there. But, still know that COVID-19 is out there. Protect yourself and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But together, let us build a community and support the businesses that go on in our community and make it vibrant. We can do it. We are more than capable. Peace out.
Right. Thank you so much. With love, we say goodbye on the Ghana agenda. Cutie, let me open your microphone so you can say your goodbye.
Yeah, goodbye to everybody. See you next week.
All right. See you next week.
Hey, this your girl coming all the way from the US of A, ya baby, aka ya Phantom. And me di feel a boozing pan and to see one virtue the money how Ghana Mart ada romantic. With me sending provisions, as I such credit, Emma Ebusuya phone and for more Ghana. And one is a www.ghanamart.com. Then they would say, boy, a sharp connection. www.ghanamart.com. Let's show provisions in the credit. Na very young as Ankasa. I have friend numbers, Nana screen as Ghana Mart, ye crown.